With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran should have feeling so insecure. The money earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also so his taste so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once ticked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine. Snorting, burping, leaning, ban it matters not if actually fun. His child can't to see it powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a bike, pretending they're from bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty life and all his strife while forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teacher's nearly over and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end.
This and you're not that. You had an opportunity to be, but you blew it all. And I said, well, oh well. I'm proud of that. I guess I'm proud to be a loser.
This one's for all my baby girls.
I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy fuck life. I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy on level 1. Level 1. Married happily, paycheck to paycheck happily, meaningful relationship, meaningful life with a family. And now, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. Tomorrow, if I stop streaming, I would not be able to get a job. So it would be the end of my life. But outside of that, everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1.
Hey guys, King Jet here, hope you're all doing well. Sorry if I can a brief start there. A microphone randomly decided it wasn't going to be set up properly on OBS. It just decided to kind of reset itself to no input, which was daft, you know, so that is what it is. But we're back now and I can see my microphone's actually working again properly, so there we go. I just assumed. I'll say everything else was set up normally, you know, prepared beforehand, but I just assumed that the microphone would be still set to how it usually is, so it's kind of weird when OBS decides, you know what, fuck you and your microphone, I'm just going to reset that shit and you're not going to be able to do a damn thing about it. But it is what it is. We actually have a couple of new things on the list for the bingo list. Let me show you, and then I say before I pick something for you guys, I added 2 new things. Well, one of them's technically old. Meaningful is back in. He is, that word is back in. I know it's one of those cursed words, but god damn it, he said it so much lately, ever since we removed it, we had to put it back in there. The other word we've put in there is dude. Phil says dude a surprising amount, you know? Like if I put it in here, for example, and we look just for the podcasts, you know, it's surprising how often he says it. Dude, you know, it's said it several times throughout September already, as you can see. And obviously August as well, for the fact that dude is a surprising amount of ones. It's said a lot. It doesn't say it every single day, obviously, but it still, you know, happens surprisingly regularly. So I've got it in there for inclusion should we, you know, it's available as an option basically in the bingo card. Let's just spin the wheel and determine what we're going to use today for, you know, to determine, to pick a bingo card essentially. So here we go. There we go. There we go. We have him mocking his chat as what is going to help us pick a bingo card today. It is not spelled D-double-O-D threaded in, no, it's just spelled dude like normally. So I know he says as dude, as in D. Whenever Phil says dude, you kind of hear it in your head and see it in your head as D-double-O-D. But nah, it's just a normal spelling, a normal human spelling of dude. So we have what we're going to use for a bingo card. We need now a number between 1 and 214. The first number I see in chat is the one I'll use to pick the bingo card. Go. 25 was the first one I seen. Gregory Lake said 25. That is the first one I seen. So we're going to the 25th bingo card, which is going to be this one right here on the right hand side. So the bingo card for today's level 1 podcast bingo is him burping, him saying likes, him saying new games, him saying reality, and him saying addition. Him getting $15+ in tips. Him mocking his chat. Him saying dude. We have an inclusion of dude. The microphone bump and the arm flail. Which is usually, the arm flail causes a microphone bump a lot of times, so that could be a 2 for 1 right there. Him saying bills. Him saying positive. Him snorting. Him saying something style. And him giving a years ago story. Him randomly touching his face. Him saying tips. Him saying tired. Him saying comment and update. And finally, we have meaningful back into rotation ever since Phil been saying it a whole fucking lot lately. Content, good news, leg slap, good old leg slap, and finally him saying members. This to me is a very strong looking card. Oh, I fucking scrolled past the fucking shit. Where were we? Oh shit, I've lost it. So it's okay, we can find it. It was the 25th one after all, so we just fucking had to search the 25th bingo card. Oops, I already fucking had a 25th bingo card. Let's go. Hang on. There you go, I fucking got it back. There it is. There's the fucking card right there. Okay, I'm going to save this fucking card before I fucking scroll past it accidentally again and fucking lose the goddamn thing. But yeah, I'll save this very quickly. One time I forgot to save it and I went off the page. That was embarrassing. I was a silly boy that day. And I vowed never again will I make that mistake. But it probably will happen again because I am a fucking dumbass. It is what it is. Nothing I can do. Bug dumbass mechanics. But yeah, that's the bingo card saved. We're all good. We're just waiting for Phil to get properly online. He is awake. He's tweeted about 40 minutes ago. Today we have a metric ton of game news to cover on the Level 1 podcast. I'm happy to say that the Street Fighter 6 is looking like it will put a complete 180 from 5 and have the most content ever at launch in a fighting game. See you on stream in just a bit. And that is what Phil has said on the good old Twitter a while ago. He's not said anything yet in his chat. He doesn't seem to be there yet in his chat, even though he's due to go live, well, anytime now, essentially. But it is what it is, fuck it. We'll just get set up at our end for bingo, we'll wait for Phil to get online properly. Oh, we need to reset the snort counter. He only had about 4 snorts last time. It's strange how quickly the allergy medication kicks in. I think when Cat is not there and Jasper's in the room with him, he snorts a huge amount more because technically he's a wee bit allergic to cats, which is why we had like 47 snorts a couple of days ago. Mental number of snorts we had. But sometimes if he actually takes his allergy medication kind of early on, you get a few early snorts and then usually he gets no more. It's bizarre. But that's just that though. So anyway, let me get the bingo card set up properly for you guys, and we'll just wait for Phil to go live, and I'll enjoy my dinner where you guys can enjoy some Your Cat music. That sound like a good deal? That sound like a fair enough deal for you guys? Anyway, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. I'm just going to scoff my pizza real quick while we wait for Phil to go live.
Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tip scroll on the stream? Why does he have to mention if it's a slow day for contributions? And why does he have to bring that up? Big ups to your cat. And a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes, and only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. I'm a positive guy. I focus on positivity. I tell you guys every day on my streams, I'm not a person who revels in hurting others to get over. I will put out positive, fun gameplay content for you guys, and I will continue to be successful that way. And if I fail, I fail, but at least at the end of the day, I can say, hey, it was a slow day. been a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes, and only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I need to pay bills over the weekend. I appreciate those who contribute in any way, but please, if you can tip me, do that rather than these super chats and membership. I need that way more, okay?
Hello? For now? That is business related, and I do still have it.
WWE champion time.
Go, 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 go.
It's the money, stupid fuck.
I love it. Go, 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 go.
By eBay.
Hell!
It's been tough. I always think that it's my fault. Drinking gin. Yep, I'm toxic. I love Hulk Hogan's dick. My ass is so fucking stretched.
Oh, no, you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you.
For now?
Go, 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 go.
It's the money, stupid fuck.
I love it. Go, 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 go.
By eBay.
Hell!
Hateful slurs. Lame brain pieces of dumb fucking hateful slurs.
Why am I toxic? I love it.
Hey, Mr. Burnell, you there?
I am present.
Right, I understand. He's claiming that he's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and net's about $35.
It's Tevin's fault.
I actually admitted this last year. I'll say it again. I actually do play some mobile games. I do. All right. The ones that I play are free to play or incredibly inexpensive. Like you spend $1 here or there to make progress.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. It's WWE Champions time. I'm stupid. WWE game plays like Candy Crush. Moving gems around, breaking colored gems. I hit him with the rush. Again, it's fun. The more money you sink into it, the more characters you can summon, the higher chance you'll get the better characters, etc., etc. All right. Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. Gotcha. Got me that gotcha. Thanks for the money, dummies. Supercar. That was a mobile game I played like 5-6 years ago. A lot. For about a year, I played it pretty hardcore. All right. Even at that point, that was before everything kind of fell apart with YouTube and everything. I was putting a little bit of money into it. I was playing for the top cards. I was playing the shit out of that game. Okay. After about a year, they launched what they called Season 2, which reset all the cards in the game and made all your progress essentially worthless. And I said, this game fucking sucks. What a complete waste of time that this was. All right. I understand that people right now are so hyped for the gifted memberships, and I'm very grateful for that. I mean, thank you. But I hope that that doesn't mean that people are going to forego tipping, because that would put me in a bad situation. And in particular, I don't know why you guys, okay, why are you laughing? Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Why are you laughing? Oh, so hilarious that this guy has stuff financially tight. I literally can't afford stuff on Tuesday on my day off, and you're gonna laugh? Oh, that's funny. When you can't go and do something with your family on your day off, you're one day off for the week when you're working full-time 6 days a week. That's funny, right? No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Huh? Huh?
This one's for all my baby girls.
It's been a rough year. Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tips goal on the stream? And why does he have to mention if it's a slow day for contributions? And why does he have to bring that up? Big ups to your dad. And a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. I'm a positive guy. I focus on positivity. I tell you guys every day on my streams, I'm not a person who revels in hurting others to get over. I will put out positive, fun gameplay content for you guys, and I will continue to be successful that way. And if I fail, I fail, but at least at the end of the day, I can say, hey, it was a slow day. It's been a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I need to pay bills over the weekend. I appreciate those who contribute in any way. But please, if you can tip me, do that rather than these super chats and membership. I need that way more, okay? Yesterday was a really slow day for me on stream. I didn't make a lot of support yesterday. It's you guys and you know how much you're liking the content I'm doing in a given day, how much you can afford to support that content. Can you argue it's a begging model? I mean, I guess.
This dude is a piece of fucking garbage.
I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills.
Scumbags and mental cases on the internet still support. I'm a beggar and I'm a loser and I'm on level 1. And I can't go on a honeymoon with my wife. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I'm on level 1.
I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills. I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills.
If you are watching his shows and you're paying his bills, you're a fucking loser. You should not support this guy. He had an opportunity to make serious money to entertain you, and he wouldn't do it. But you're gonna still fucking give him $200? You're gonna give him $50 to pay his fucking bills? Nah, you got a job. You keep your money. Fuck that guy.
It complements the flavor perfectly. And it's so weird because it's nothing like any other cuisine. It really isn't. I can't even tell you another cuisine that tastes like that. But it's so good. And what I like about Mediterranean food is usually when you get it, you get such a good variety of stuff. Like I got, it came with hummus and pitas. You dip the pitas in the hummus, and that was delicious. Robust. Insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give me this dipping sauce. Garlic infused dipping sauce. Robust. will tell you guys is thus.
Robust.
They came with their rice, which is the seasoned rice. That just tastes, again, it tastes kind of different from other cultural rices. It has peas and carrots, but it's also got this unique seasoning in it that's really good. And then also a side salad, which was like lettuce, tomato, onion,
Robust.
insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking
Robust.
Give you this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce.
Robust.
I will tell you guys is thus.
Robust. Robust. Robust.
We went and got dinner. Now, this was a double-edged sword.
Because you're not rich and you're not famous and you're not this and you're not that. You had an opportunity to be, but you blew it all. And I said, well, oh well. I'm proud of that. I guess I'm proud to be a loser.
This one's for all my baby girls.
I'll be the guy on level 1.
I streamed myself masturbating.
I'll be the guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy on level 1. Level 1. Married happily, paycheck to paycheck happily, meaningful relationship, meaningful life with a family. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. Tomorrow, if I stop streaming, I would not be able to get a job. So it would be the end of my life. But outside of that, everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1.
I streamed myself masturbating.
I'll be the guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy. I'll be the thousands of
Let me tell
children.
you something. When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. Big ups to your cat, and I can tell you that from personal experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before. Why? Because I'm a positive person.
Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer.
Big ups to your cat. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please don't feel it comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera. I need banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please don't feel it comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Banana in my mouth.
This one's for all my baby girls.
I need banana, tasty banana. Banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please don't feel it comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vest streak for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight. It's out of control.
This one's for all my baby girls.
and it starts to click, you know. If someone just keeps saying sorry when they do something, they're not really apologizing.
Okay, well, we're going live soon with Phil. He should be starting stream within the next 5 minutes or something, you know. It depends when he feels like fucking starting. He's finished drinking his gin or whatever the fuck he does for that morning routine. But, yeah, we should be starting very, very soon indeed. Just a couple of wee things before we properly start. First of all, you know, thanks for people that turned out yesterday to the stream. It was a random thing. I decided on the day itself, you know, let's do a fucking wee stream. Well, you know, about the tractor music, just for the fucking hell of it, you know. And also, some people were not aware of some of these kind of older tractor songs. A couple of ones are new to me as well, to be fair. Even as I was going through it, you know, I was getting told it, things here and there. So it was a good wee stream. Good time was had by all, you know, for the most part. Like a couple of songs people weren't a big, massive fans of, but obviously music is a very subjective thing. You're never gonna, you know, not everyone's going to like everything when it comes to things like music, for example, you know. But some shit did hit hard, and it was good to kind of share that kind of music and the musical talents of the community from old and, you know, new. So yeah, thank you very much for turning out for that. You know, it was a good time was had by all. You know, you guys know the drill with the bingo stuff, you know what I mean? When Phil says something and I miss it on the card, or does something and I miss it on the card, it just tag me in chat. Just tag my name in chat and just say what I've missed. I don't mind pausing the stream, rewinding the stream to check something. The end goal here is, if we get a full 25 out of 25, one of you guys can win something for us. Somebody in chat can actually win money. As I do, you know, if we get a full 25 out of 25 on the bingo card, someone in chat can win 25 quid. Either as like I can either send it in cash, or I can fucking do it as a gift card or something. We can figure something out. But yeah, as if we get a full house. A full house means one of you guys wins something. It's just a way of me to give back to you guys, because you guys have been incredibly supportive of me ever since I've been doing the bingo. You know, like the live streams for the bingo. You know, a lot of people love the idea in general. It's a fun way to try and endure Phil's nonsensical rambling. It's one of those things where, oh, Phil amended the members goal. I just noticed that was sneaky. That was very sneaky. And then let's go back. Let's rewind. He had a typo. It went from 459 and he changed it, look at that, to 449. That wee sneaky bastard. I was wondering why it's so fucking high. You sneaky bastard, Phil. You sneaky bastard. So yeah, it wasn't actually fucking 459 after all. It was 449. I just lost my fucking train of thought there. But yeah, I was saying how much I appreciate you guys, I think, and you know, I might give back to you guys for a full house if I can. But yeah. No, Phil's members total is 449. I'm not sure what it was last actually. Let me very quickly check. We've got a wee bit of time before Phil goes live, I think. 2 seconds. Let me check his very most recent video, which will be this one. He was 451 at the start, 451 at the end, so he's lost 2 members since his last stream. There you go. But as I know, so a lot of people are giving me, you know, praise for the bingo idea of a way just to try and endure Phil's rambling antics. As I said, I mean, I've done this before, live streams, but I couldn't actually do live streams before on my old laptop, so I've done it as separate videos, which was, I mean, also the idea of it as a separate wee video on its own, which is edited, is so-so, but it's one of those things where it wasn't very interactive also, and it was just me enjoying it myself and just showing a bingo card, and it works far better in a live stream kind of format, I think. It gets everyone involved. And yeah, Warren is asking what's my sub count. Last time I checked it was 1980 something, 1984 or something, 1985, 1986, around the 1980s, which is a good decade for music, coincidentally, but there you go. But aye, it's in the 1980s range. I'm like less than 20 away from 2,000 subs, which is fucking bonkers to me. And Phil is still sitting at 199,000 subs himself. So yeah, he's still not broke the 200,000 mark. I'm surprised it's taken him this long to break 200,000 subs. I was convinced he would have fucking hit it by now. It just shows you how actually unpopular Phil is in general when it comes to his chat. I thought he would have really hit 200,000 subs by now. Flying Dutchman says you give back, and Phil with all his viewers and monies gives nothing. Yeah, well, Phil, I mean, Phil will claim he can't afford it, no shit. It's just the usual fucking, I need that money to pay my bills. We've all got fucking bills, you daft bitch. Every single one of us has fucking bills we've got to fucking pay, but we can still be fucking kind to others when we're able to. Well, so. Anyway, Phil is surprisingly late, really. He says he's about ready to start. He's got so much to talk about today. He seems to have a lot of gaming news to talk about, so that'll be interesting. Lucky Brand saying, I will laugh if there are like 5,000 people waiting for 200k just to unsub. And that'll just burst his bubble. That'll be kind of fucking funny. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess. It's just one of those things where growth for Phil, he should not be struggling this much. Oh, we're going live. We're going live. Right, guys, you know the drill. You know the routine. Tag me in chat in case I miss anything. And yeah, but it's okay for us to pause and rewind if we need to, just to try and miss anything or check anything that may have happened. But yeah, good luck, guys. Fingers crossed. We get a full 25 out of 25 today. Here we fucking go. All the best. And yeah, hopefully it's not too painful a fucking show for us to endure.
Baffle.
What is going on, everyone? Hello. Phil here, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast, where we're having fun down here on Level 1. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a new streaming week. Today, for me, at least, I don't know how about you guys, okay? Today is like E3 finally came. Yeah, and you might be saying, what? In the last day and a half, there has arguably been more gaming news released on the internet than up to this year in its entirety. Like, insane gaming news overload. You know, we're talking about how 2 days ago you had the Nintendo Direct, and that covered so many different topics and things going on with Nintendo. We've already talked about that a couple days ago on the podcast. Then, you know, there was an online Xbox event, a State of Play Sony event, right? In the last 24 hours, there was a giant blowout from Ryuga Gotoku, or RGG, the company that makes Yakuza, or I guess now, as we're going to talk about today, Like a Dragon. Insane amount of news out of them. And now Tokyo Game Show is going on, and there's already been giant blowouts from Capcom, Xbox, and more, covering so much information about upcoming games. It's just absolutely wild that it's not necessarily a time of year when typically we would expect an insane amount of gaming news, and we just got it in like the last 48 hours. Like, wow. You better hope you're not a games journalist who's off from work this week, because when you come back, you'll never catch up. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy crap. Insane over-the-top levels amount of game hype and stuff going on right now. I'm going to do my best to cover some of that on the podcast today, but I am only one person, you know. I've done my best on my day off to try to stay up on everything that was going on with game news, and even overnight there was a lot more, so again, I'm doing my best. What I will do is we'll talk about it, and then if there's anything you feel that's like a big glaring omission that I didn't cover, by all means call me out in the stream chat later on this podcast, and we could talk piece by piece about each one that I forgot. I wouldn't be shocked to hear that I forgot a bunch of stuff, because there's so much game news that literally just hit the internet, okay? But the good news about this is it's all good news. It's not like, oh, this horrible thing, this horrible thing, this horrible thing. I mean, I think I have one negative story. And outside of that, everything else is like way great game announcements, updates, release dates, crazy good stuff, all right? So this is going to be a very positive episode of the Level 1 podcast, especially if you're into game news like me. I mean, it's my freaking living. Of course I want to know about this stuff. So I'm super duper pumped for this episode today. Of course, I am pumped for going into a new streaming week. Just listen to the variety of stuff we're going to be doing this week. Splatoon 3, Earthbound, the Modern Warfare 2 beta on PlayStation 5, more old school Street Fighter, Multiverses, fishing in Bassmaster, all right? And that's just what's guaranteed to happen this week. There may be more, dependent. The thing is, right now, I'm kind of committed to a lot. And even though I know there's even more stuff going on in gaming right now that I wasn't planning on covering, I may end up trying to cover it. So we are now in the polar opposite of just a week or two ago. You know, a week or two ago, it was like, there's nothing going on. Now it's like, oh crap, now there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. There's new releases, betas, all kinds of stuff. And this is good. This is what we've been waiting for. I am getting that vibe now, like we're heading into the busy gaming season of the year. And my God, it's been such a dead 3 to 4 months. I'm very happy for this. So I hope you guys are ready. Strap yourselves in. All right. By the way, people are saying, what about Disney Dreamlight Valley? Yes, I just didn't say that. That's definitely in the rotation for this week. I skipped my mind, but absolutely, that's a new addition that people are really enjoying. And I actually want to play it, a ton more because we've enjoyed the last 2 streams and we're unlocking plot and stuff. It's pretty good, cool time right now. Okay. So I have so much to talk about. I don't want to dilly-dally. All right. First thing we should do is talk about my day off and just get it out of the way so we can move on and talk about the schedule, events coming up, and then we can get to this insane and overwhelming amount of game news, shall we? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it is time for that weekly segment that we all love and I like to call Phil's Day Off. Well,
hold the fuck up. Did he just snort mid-sound box?
Day off.
He did. That was a fucking snort hidden in the fucking sound box. Cheeky bastard. Try to hide snorts when he's fucking playing that music. That's 6.
Well, honestly, this week there's not too much to talk about. Once again, another week where both my wife and I were kind of strapped for cash. There's not much going on. Had a bunch of errands to run and stuff like that. The only thing I'll say, it was a very good food day because we spent most of the day home. I went and ran errands. I had to get kitty litter for Jasper this week. Grocery shopping, things like that. When I was out and about, and we stayed home a lot, and I watched Kat play a lot of.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to call it a strap for cash thing. No. Now I do hope that Piece of Pieces updated this. I feel a bit mean, like being annoyed when he's not, because it does take a lot of work. Oh, good, he has updated it. So, Mr. I Am Strapped for Cash in the last 2 days got $574 in tips. Within a shorter streaming week, Phil earned $1,109. Mr. Strapped for Cash on his most recent day streaming got $346, and he couldn't fucking afford to do much apparently with his big potato loving wife. I am calling sus, I'm calling shenanigans. What do you mean you're strapped for cash? What gives? Doesn't make much sense.
Days Gone, which he's been playing recently. It's funny because when it first came out, Days Gone was panned by critics. Critics saying this game sucks, it's boring. They were true, it was correct for the first 10 to 12 hours of the game. If you get through the first 10 to 12 hours and you go to the third camp in the game, that's when the game opens up, the story gets great, there's variety in gameplay. But this was one of the first times that it was pretty apparent that mainstream gaming journalists aren't very honest. Most of them never played it that far, but they claimed they did. Once you get to the middle of Days Gone, the game gets way, 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 way better. Okay? Now, personally, I was very critical of the game. At first, I thought Days Gone sucked. But then once I got past the first 10 to 12 hours and I got to the middle of the game with all of you years ago, we were blown away at how good the plot was, how the variety of stuff happens, how things open up, the upgrades you get. You're fighting hordes of monsters. It's really neat. But you have to basically tough through some of the worst pacing in gaming history to get to the good part. I did that, and I said Days Gone was actually one of my favorite games of the year, while most game journalists shat all over it saying the whole game was boring because they never actually played it past the first 10 hours. They lied. So the game sold poorly, and eventually they ended up spinning it into being, free for PS Plus. They were making every effort to get this game out there to get people to play it, and it just didn't really happen. Now, over the years, people have grown a new appreciation for the game as people played it via different ways, and I said, hey, will there ever be a sequel? To which Ben Studio, the game developer, was outright said, no, but we were told by our parent company, we're absolutely not. We're never getting a sequel. The game was a huge money flop because everyone basically panned it and said that it sucked when it really didn't. It's pretty fucked up that it happened like that. And it sucks because now Bend is working on other stuff. You know, they're never going to make a sequel, which sucks. The game is amazing. I'm serious about it. Like, if you haven't played Days Gone, you are missing out on one of the best modern games of open world exploration, you know, post-apocalyptic story. It's one of the most well-written, acted. It's so good. And most people never played it because they thought it sucked because a bunch of reviewers were shitheads and lied about playing it when they really didn't. So anyway, you know, Kat's playing it now, and she's in the best part of the game, that middle section, and she's like, oh my god, she loves it. And by the way, it's very intense. Some of the very serious plot lines and gruesome stuff that happens in the game, but yeah, she's loving it. You know, it's fun to see someone else play it and love it as much as I did because she gave it a chance, you know. It's funny because when the game first came out, she was playing it and didn't give it a chance. She quit within like the first 5 hours, but this time she toughed through it, and now she loves it. So, anyway, we did that for a lot of the day, and then for dinner, we ordered Hawaiian barbecue. Now, I've not had Hawaiian barbecue since we ordered it for Feasting with the King earlier this year, and oh my god, it's better than I remember. So I got a platter. They have this combo set. It's a piece of breaded fish. I'm not even sure what kind of fish it is. Plus 3, what do you call it? Breaded and fried shrimp, and then a side of the barbecue chicken with rice and macaroni salad. The shrimp were insanely crispy, and this is delivery food, so that very well could have been shit. It was insanely crispy. I'm biting into it. I'm like, oh my god, like, this is so good. It's tasty as shit. It's so good. The fish, I couldn't even tell you what kind of fish it was because the tartar sauce was so good. The tartar sauce they gave me was amazing. And as I told you guys when we did the Hawaiian barbecue months and months ago, the barbecue chicken does not look appealing. It looks bland. You start to eat it, you're like, oh my god, it's so good. And by the way, when I say barbecue chicken, no, it's not coated and fried. It's just dark meat chicken, somehow prepared and slow cooked. And it's super duper good. It's so amazingly delicious. So we had a great time with the food. You know, my wife got two chicken 2 ways. I think it was barbecue and katsu chicken. And it was so good. We had a great meal. I'm like, wow, this is the one day a week we don't, you know, cook. And finally we got something that was like, wow, it's really amazingly delicious. And we're like, damn, we got to remember Hawaiian barbecue more often because we almost never get it. Like, why not? This place is so good. We should order from this place more often. So, very good. So Pango Breadcrumbs, being incredibly stupid, literally ignoring everything I just said, says, well, if you don't have a lot of money, why do you order out less and cook at home more? I literally just said, the one meal a week we don't cook at home. You know, because it's the day off, and on your day off, you don't want to be sitting around cooking. It's supposed to be your day of rest or relaxation, and it's good to have variety and not be cooking every day. You have something different by ordering out. It's like your date day, basically. You know, I spent the day at home.
Okay, I'm interested. I'm interested, okay? I'm interested. Right, let's take a wee quick journey to the back weeks, okay? Let's see if it really was once a fucking week that this idiot only went to DoorDash. Let's see, okay. Back weeks. Here we go. Alright. So, we'll just Control F DoorDash. DoorDash on the 26th of March. Then, hang on, 22nd of... Is this an order? Was it March? I don't think it was actually. Hang on. I'm just trying to see. So, 22nd October, 28th October, 4th November, 5th November, 18th November. Sometimes it's 2 days apart. Sometimes it is 2 days apart. 18th November, 18th November, twice 18th November. 3 times 18th November, actually. Look at this shit. 18th November, 18th November, 18th November. 3 separate DoorDashes. Explain that shit, Phil. You ordered DoorDash 3 separate times. Although I think one of these is actually the Dash Pass thing. So, okay, I'll give him to, it's only 2 times. Only 2 times in one day that Phil ordered DoorDash. And it's twice here as well on the 27th of November. It's kind of funny how this kind of works. How much did he spend here on this DoorDash here? $97 on the same day for a DoorDash on the 27th of November. Oh, 2 more here on the 3rd of December. Totaling $90. So yeah, just going by previous history, it wasn't exactly once a fucking week. Now, 9th of December, DoorDash here. The 10th of December, DoorDash here. The 16th, twice again, totaling $84. You know, what that tells me is they DoorDash something big for lunch and they DoorDash something big for dinner. The first thing is probably like some kind of breakfast kind of lunch thing. Yeah, it's just a day of greed. And it's not just once a fucking week either, that much is clear. It usually kind of is, but it's not always. So, I mean, for the most part, it is sometimes. For the most part, it is kind of following the pattern of once a week here. DoorDash here, but it's excessive. It's twice a fucking day. Look at this order. This is actually over $100. $108 in one single day for DoorDash for 2 separate DoorDashes. I don't know. I mean, for the most part it is once a week, but it's not always as much as abundantly clear. For Christ's sake. Yeah, I've already ticked Mock in chat. He has mocked the guy in chat for what he said, so I've already ticked Mock in chat on the card, as you can see here. Yeah, Mock's chat there. Second one in the second row, second box. There you go. So, I just wanted to check that and make sure, and yeah, it's, yeah. Funny as shit.
With my wife, and then I said, let's order something nice for ourselves for the day. I don't know why I answered to these people, because the stupidity is just so overwhelming. It's like a vacuous black hole sometimes. So you know what? Next time I'm just going to say you're an idiot, and I'm going to ignore you. Okay, so anyway. That was our day off. Not anything super special or anything like that. But it was a nice, relaxing day. In reality, it was actually one of the better days off I've had, because the errands were minimal. It wasn't like a ton of shit I had to do. And it was actually decent weather, cooler, and had a nice, relaxing day with my wife. So there you go. Phil's day off. Woohoo. Very exciting. Yes. Okay. All right. Now, let's go through the game schedule for the week. Let's talk about upcoming events, because we have qualified for some, and I'd like to start the discussion about some of them. Let's talk about the membership goal. Let's get through all this first, and then we got an insane amount of game news. All right, so schedule for this week is exciting and good variety, but at the same time, yeah, I basically can't do everything, and I'm getting thrown for a loop here, so allow me to explain. All right, so let's go through it. Today, we're continuing on, excuse me, that was disgusting. We're continuing on with Splatoon 3. I've played this game twice, so roughly 6 hours. I'm on the precipice of unlocking ranked gameplay. From what I understand, the ranked gameplay is another mode that's different from the other modes. It's different maps, different gameplay styles. That's why I want to unlock it and play it, obviously, okay? I'm interested in you know, more unlocks of weapons and equipment outfits and things like that. However, Splatoon 3 is Splatoon. It's exactly what you would expect. Maybe a few little iterations, game modes here, but it's addictive, it's fun. Is it catching on with my audience? I'll be honest, not really. I didn't expect it to. It's Splatoon. You know, I don't know what else to say. It's Splatoon. It plays like the first game. It looks like the first game. Yes, it has more than the first game. That's good, but it's Splatoon. There's no real giant innovations here. It's kind of more of the same, which I'm okay with, because I haven't played Splatoon in many, many years. But my audience is kind of like, I'm playing the game.
No. Let's just verify this. Is the audience really that disengaged? And by that, I mean, are they not giving him enough money for playing this fucking game? Let's go to the dashboard and check this shit out. Splatoon. He's played it twice, and they would have both been day streams. The first time he played it, he got $102 he recorded. The second time he played it, he got $105. So there is what he means. He has not managed to wear a vest while playing this game so far. Phil doesn't feel like it's worth fucking playing if he's not going to hit any tier 3 fucking goals with it. Compared to like fucking playing Saints Row and Destroy All Humans fucking game, which saw him, you know, have the ability to wear a fucking vest because he managed to hit all fucking 3 tier goals for those games. And also Earthbound, the last 2 Earthbound games, has been great for him because he managed to overwhelmingly hit those fucking vest goals. But Splatoon is only barely getting over $100, and so it is off to the shadow realm with that fucking game. He's already fucking sowing the seeds. He's preparing to drop it like a fucking, you know, like a bad habit. He doesn't want to fucking dedicate too much time to a daystream game like Splatoon 3 if it's not going to get enough money back for his time playing the game. That's just my taking it anyway, but he's already fucking sowing the seeds.
I'm uploading the videos. I look 2 days later, and they don't even have 300 views. I'm like, what the? Wow. I guess it's not really catching on. And I'll be honest, I didn't think it would. You know, this is a very, again, Japanese-centric game. In Japan, this is the best-selling game of all time. They sold 3.45 million copies in 3 days. It's literally all the people of Japan are playing right now. They're in Splatoon mania. All their media is hyping the game. Their entire country is decorated like Splatoon. I'm not kidding. Okay? That's how huge it is. So for me, I kind of get it. I'm like, all right, it's Splatoon. I like it. I'm having a good time with it, and I'm enjoying it. I'm getting a little better at it. I'm learning the weapons and stuff. But much like any multiplayer game, it's going to take probably many sessions to see everything the game has to offer and try to settle into a gameplay style that I'm okay with and I like. For example, last couple of streams, I bought weapons. I didn't really know what they were. I tried them. I don't really get it. I don't like this. Let me try this instead. That's what it's going to be for a while. You know what I'm saying? Until finally I kind of settle into what it's going to be. So the thing is, when I'm already seeing viewership dwindle, when I'm already seeing people kind of like, meh, I'm wondering, is it something that I should be playing long term? Or what do you guys think? I mean, I really want your feedback because I like it. I'm having fun with it, but I know it's something that's going to be slow to basically catch on with the audience and or for me to even get better at. But is there other things that people would rather see? And we're going to talk about that in a moment, okay? Now, the other thing is we not only have me playing Splatoon the way that I'm playing it, but now we have other people who want to see other Splatoon. I'm like, what? Yeah, because it has a campaign, a single player campaign, which I'm to understand is like long. It would take me like 3, 4, 5 streams to beat it. Now, wait a minute. If I do that, now I'm taking away from the multiplayer, right? Essentially, Splatoon is like, if you want to really get the full experience of it, okay? You basically have to invest a lot of time into it. But it doesn't seem like my audience is that much invested in it and really care that much about it. I'm just being honest. When I play the game, it looks like half the stream is interested and they're having a good time, and the other half is completely just turned off, not even paying attention to the game. Last time I was playing Splatoon, people were talking about sports. You know, that says something. If I'm playing a competitive game that's supposed to be exciting and riveting to watch, and my chat's talking about sports, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I could do to change that or fix that. I'm doing my best to play the game, learn it. You know, I'm giving it a shot. I'm giving it major streams. You know, I'm trying new weapons. I like I'm just sitting there playing the same weapon for 6 hours. I'm doing my best, and I know I'm not going to be great at the game at first. I know I'm not. I'm pretty bad, but I think I'll get better over time. But I think it's kind of interesting that it seems like there's a big disconnect. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, there's other people who are like, oh, play the campaign. Like, but people aren't even watching the multiplayer, and that's supposed to be the focus of Splatoon, and you want me to start playing the campaign now? You see? So I'm not sure exactly what to do about it. So, here's the thing. I'm not giving up on it yet. I want to keep it in the rotation for now. I want to play it a little bit more, and I want to see what you guys think and what I think continuing to play, all right? I mean, thank goodness that the fan donated it a couple weeks ago. Thank you so much to the fan who did, because, yeah, I probably would feel pretty down if I spent $60 on the thing, and within 2 sessions, people are already like, oh, we're bored of Splatoon. It just seems to me that it's something that, for a certain group of people, they absolutely love it, but for others, it just doesn't matter. And I'll give you a perfect example about this. Call of Duty. Okay? For a certain group of people, Call of Duty is the biggest game on the planet. Super hype. They talk about it constantly. It has their own communities, their own competitive community, their own bubble of crazy Call of Duty-centric content and discussion and discourse and gameplay. And it's huge and it's profitable and it's giant. But for those who sit outside of that bubble, they're like, okay, I don't care about Call of Duty. Can we talk about something else? And I kind of feel like that's kind of the bubble that I'm in. Sadly, when it comes to Splatoon, that because I've sat outside of Splatoon for so long and I'm not known as the guy who covers Nintendo games, that people just aren't that excited for it around here. Not to say that it's a bad game. I'm enjoying it. I literally am having fun and learning every time I play it, and I would like to maybe put more time into it, but I got to play stuff my audience wants as well. All right? So I definitely want to take in your feedback over the course of this week about what to do about Splatoon if you want me to keep it in the rotation, or after having played it maybe another week, you guys like, meh, move on to other stuff. I don't know. And we'll talk about that in a moment because some other stuff is kind of going on that's kind of throwing me for a loop. So we'll discuss that in a second, okay? So anyway, I am playing Splatoon today. It is all online multiplayer. It looks like we're on the precipice of unlocking rank. Once we unlock rank, there's more new game modes and things to check out. So that'll be the focus of today, okay? Fair enough. That should be good. Now, tonight's late stream is even more multiplayer. However, the multiplayer tonight is multiverses, and I'll be honest, I do feel like multiverses has grown on my audience over time. It seems like while multiverses at first, when I was playing it, a lot of people were very anti-multiverses. They were like, oh, it's more like Smash, or it's a Smash ripoff. I think more people are seeing the game has its own unique identity, especially because it's really trying. It's adding in new characters, new stages, new gameplay elements, rebalancing, retweaking. And every time I play multiverses, it seems like there's something new and interesting going on. So because of that, I would say it's actually going better. At first with multiverses, it was hard to convince my audience this is good. But now I think people are trying to get it, seeing that I like it a lot and they're really into it. So I'm actually excited for multiverses tonight. Earlier this week, I played with Gizmo from Gremlins, the new character. And I'll probably play with him more tonight. But then maybe I'll switch it up and play other characters. I'm not sure. All right? But I'm excited for that tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Should have some multiverses fun. All right? Tomorrow's main gameplay stream will be the continuation of Earthbound. Yes, I've really enjoyed the first 6 hours of this retro throwback playthrough, especially with the interaction that we're having the interactive streams, as opposed to 9 years ago when I played it and I was literally not paying attention to anything on a stream and instead talking to myself. This is a different vibe, and it's a much better vibe in my opinion, because I like the interactivity we're having. I like what you guys are adding to the playthrough. It's keeping me interested. It's very nice. I want more. And we just arrived in Threed, which is the third town in the game. You know, Own It 1, Tucson 2, Threed 3. It's kind of neat they did that with the wordplay. This town also has some of the most interesting stuff going on. There's zombies in this town. Yeah. So it'll be a pretty neat horror-themed town as we're heading into, you know, a horror-themed time of the year with October, right? So I'm pretty excited for that tomorrow. It's going really well. I can't wait for more tomorrow. I hope you guys will join me, okay? Tomorrow night, Friday Night Fights, the Capcom Fighting Collection. Interestingly enough, finally, 2.5 months after the fact, Capcom realized no one bought the Capcom Fighting Collection, so they dropped the price by $10 everywhere. Every version of the game is now $29.99 instead of $39.99. Now, if you don't have the Capcom Fighting Collection yet, and you're looking to buy it, I'll tell you this. It's got a great amount of content, a good variety of games. They all played perfectly well offline, but there's hard to find matches online right now. Now, maybe because the game went on sale, there'll be opportunity for more people to play it and buy it. I mean, Grog actually contacted me and said, yeah, I bought it on PlayStation, so he's going to start playing it now. I don't know if there's going to be more players or not. Maybe, maybe not, you know. I guess we won't really know. So, perhaps tomorrow night will be a better experience in the Capcom Fighting Collection for Friday Night Fights, or not. I guess we're going to find out. You know, it's kind of been on the precipice of being canceled for the last... I keep saying on the precipice, and I don't know why I keep saying that. It's been on the edge of being canceled over the last several weeks, having kind of substandard streams, not being able to find matches. Last week we did find matches, so I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow night. Okay? Okay. Saturday I'm going to do more Earthbound, and then Saturday night I'm not streaming at all. Wait, what? I'm not streaming at all? Why not? Well, because this month, quite a few people pledged to my Patreon and requested private React videos. Now, I like doing these, but doing one, okay, I can wedge that in between a stream randomly. Doing two, all right, maybe over the course of the month. I have like 4 or 5 of these to do now. And having that many, I have to actually find a time to dedicate to do it. So I'm doing it this Saturday night, all right? So that means on Saturday, there is only one gameplay stream, and it is Earthbound, okay? So I'm just throwing that out there just so you guys know. No late stream on Saturday. I'll be doing all these private videos for people. Now, here's the thing. This is the first month this has happened, all right? I've never had this many requested before. If this pattern keeps up, I do not want to have to cancel tons of streams a month. Like, the most I would consider canceling is maybe 2 night streams. That's it. So once we get to that limit, I may have to start limiting the quantity of these private Q&A videos that I do. And by the way, before anyone gets any ideas, I don't just react to anything. People have to run it by me first, and everyone did. They said, hey, I want, you know, I'm interested in you doing this. Will you do this type or this type of a reaction or whatever? So you got to run it by me first. You know, if some people just try to request something I'm not interested in, you're just going to get your money refunded, because I'm not going to just be reacting to anything, but only things that I feel interesting or, you know, or maybe fit into something people want to see. So there you go. Anyway, that being said, yeah, this Saturday night I can't stream. All right, just so you guys know ahead of time. All right, now Sunday is the open beta on PlayStation 5 for Modern Warfare 2. Yes, I'll be playing it as the major stream on Sunday. I'm very curious to see how Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 will run on PlayStation 5 and how the gameplay elements will be. I did not like Modern Warfare 2019. I was really annoyed by it. I thought that it was a clunky game, especially coming off of the Black Ops, what was it, Black Ops 4? Whatever the Black Ops was that came out the year before. I felt was a better, more fast-paced, more interesting Call of Duty. And then having played, you know, Modern Warfare 1, I thought the actual campaign was good, and I did not like the multiplayer at all. I thought the game engine was slow-moving and sluggish, wasn't action-packed enough for me. I just didn't like it that much. So I remember buying it and playing it a little bit. I didn't like Warzone. I didn't really like the multiplayer. I ended up dropping it, which was the opposite of the year before when I played the shit out of it, okay? So, here's the thing. This beta very much will help me determine if I'm getting Call of Duty this year or not. Last year I did not. I played the beta of Vanguard. I thought it was atrociously bad. I didn't get it, and I think I dodged a major bullet there, all right? So I'm interested in it. I hope it's good. We're going to find out on Saturday what I think, and I'm going to do a series of streams this week of that. At least 2. So it'll probably be either Sunday, Monday, or Sunday, Tuesday, where I'll play Modern Warfare 2 beta, and we'll see based on that what I think, okay? Sunday night is Sunday Night Bites, my Bassmaster stream. Now, last week, we did not hit the hat goal, which is kind of disappointing, because, you know, I had kind of added in a bunch of new stuff, these new lures and things for the hat and everything.
Basically, the streak's over. Streak's over. Fucking just pack it home. The streak died at 2. He had a fucking counter on his stream, Hat Streak 2. He got told he should maybe rename it from Hat Streak to Lure Streak. He renamed it Lure Streak, and it still said Lure Streak 2. And then he got to near the end of the stream, he's like, I might as well delete this, because we're not going to hit it. In fact, actually, I might try and find it. This is so much fucking, it's just so good to see. To see his wee bitter, disappointed face, him to delete the wee words of, you know, streak. The streak died. Where are we? It would have been less than 7 days ago, of course, wouldn't it have? So where's his dumbass fishing? Where the hell is it? Did I scroll too far? Maybe I did, I don't know. Where the hell is this fucking random ass fishing shite? Here it is, I think. You know, it's no. How the hell can I not find his dumbass? Is he here? It can't be 10 days ago. Here it is here, I fucking strolled past it. Okay, I'm a dumbass, Alright, okay, so, look at that, Lure Streak in the bottom corner. Lure Streak, hang on, I need to full screen it for you guys. So, Lure Streak right in the very bottom corner there, 2.
Everyone, so we're heading into our second half of Sunday Night Bites. This week we are going to change up our venue.
So, the question is, so let me just check the transcript very quickly, guys. So it mentions streak 5 times in the second part alone. So, he's already removed it at that point. Okay, he's already removed it at that point. What about here? I don't know when he removes it. Okay, I found it. Okay. Here we go. Ready for us, guys?
I haven't followed American football in so long. I have no concept of who's good or anything anymore. All right. Cool. All right. Well, we can remove this and get more room. Is it, dude? This is exactly what happened a couple weeks ago. So a couple weeks ago, we had 2 weeks where the support on the Bassmaster streams was outstanding, like crazy high. We had hit everything, like maxed them out, right? So I said, okay, for week 3, I'll buy a bunch of fishing lures.
Most of them are gifted to him. Most of the lures that he's fucking using there were actually gifted to him. He's pretending he fucking invested massively and heavily for his fans' sake. Nah, fuck you, Phil. You fucking bought a bunch of cheap ass lures and you got some gifted to you as well, trying to fucking get $100 minimum from these fucking idiots, and for 2 weeks in a row they fucking bought into it. But this week, nah, they couldn't be arsed. They only gave you $50. They only gave you $50 for this fucking shit. Boo fucking who, they actually got $50 for this goddamn nonsense. Boo fucking who for Phil Burnell not being able to fucking squeeze $100 at his fucking moronic fans.
Very excited for it, and then we didn't do it. It's like, well, what can you do, right? You can't do it every week at the same time. You know, that was kind of the gimmick of the running streams of Bassmaster. I guess we'll see what happens Sunday night. Maybe we'll hit the hat goal and add a new lure to the hat or not. But either way, I still have a great time with the streams. It was super entertaining last week. Okay. And like I said, Monday, it'll either be more Earthbound or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 beta. And then Monday night, we'll be doing Disney Dreamlight Valley. Okay? So I know you guys like this game a lot. I do too. I'm excited for it. So Disney Dreamlight Valley Monday night. Tuesday, either Earthbound or the Modern Warfare 2 beta. And then Tuesday night is open. It could either be a second session of Multiverses or it could be even more Disney Dreamlight Valley depending on how much we're liking the game. Okay? That's my streaming week. Wednesday of next week is my day off for the week. Okay? So, that's a good variety of stuff. But, yeah, there's a but. There's something that's left out. And I'm well aware it's left out. It was something that I purposely avoided because I was afraid of issues. And now I'm basically being told there'd be no issues. So allow me to explain. There's a game coming out today. It's out right now on Game Pass. It's called Helsinger. It's supposed to be a first-person shooter fighting demons and creatures to the tune of metal music. Heavy metal, that is. And I guess music is a major implementation of the game where, like, as you play it, more music plays, and the faster the music plays has something to do with the gameplay. I'm not exactly sure 100% how it ties in, but it seems to be a unique take on the first-person shooter franchise with music intertwined in it, although a lot of people are watching the game saying, it kind of looks like Doom and other things. I agree with you there, okay? But here's the thing. I purposely stayed away from the game and said I'm not really interested in it. Why? Because the whole game is based off of licensed music. These are songs that are really made by bands for the game, and I told everyone, listen, you gotta understand something. YouTube, sadly, has a lot of issues with music. Whenever you play a game that has licensed music in it, there's tend to be tons of issues. Now, it would be one thing if the game had a couple songs. The whole game is based on music. That means probably every moment that I'm playing it, this music would be playing, which means either the videos could be claimed or even worse, muted or blocked on YouTube. What's the point of me playing a game if every time I turn it on, the stream could be muted or blocked because it's using licensed music, right? So I purposely stayed away from it and told you guys, all right, I'm just not going to play it because since the game is so focused on music, I don't want to play the game without music, so it just makes no sense to play it. I'll just skip it. It is what it is, for my method of content or whatever. It's just not going to work. It sucks because it might be one of the best games of the year and there's nothing I can really do about it, right? So, yesterday, okay, the game devs come out and make a major social media post. Oh, just so everyone knows, we've cleared it. All the music is fine on YouTube and Twitch. You'll never have an issue with it. You decided to say the day before your game is coming out that this is the case, huh? The very day before. Because if I known this...
Okay, let's get one thing perfectly fucking clear here. Most gamers are not content creators, Phil. Most people wouldn't give a fucking shit if it's going to get fucking claimed on YouTube or not. It's not essential knowledge for most gamers. You're fucking speaking from the perspective of a fucking content creator whose primary worry is, can I make money on this fucking shite? No, the game company probably, I mean, like, for all the fucking we know, the game company, it took that long for him to clear up with YouTube and confirm with YouTube up to that fucking point that there had been no issues with it. It may have been a lot of fucking back and forth for YouTube's fucking nonsensical lawyers trying to argue this kind of shit and make sure that the music used in this fucking game didn't get flagged for anything. It may have took a long fucking time for him to finally get the fucking go ahead and confirmation from YouTube to say, aye, there'll be no worries with this game being on YouTube, with the music is in the game, it should be perfectly fucking fine. That may have been the very fucking point they found out. But Phil Burnell, speaking as a fucking idiotic content creator he is, and not as a fucking gamer, thinks you guys are fucking killing my business because you didn't fucking tell me with plenty of fucking advance notice that it's gonna be okay for me to play this fucking game on my stream. Phil is not thinking as a fucking gamer, he's thinking as a fucking content creator. This is one big fucking fallacy here, man. He forgets these fucking things. He forgets that most people that fucking play fucking video games are not fucking doing this for fucking online content creation. They're doing it because they fucking love to play fucking video games. He is no longer a gamer. Phil Burnell is not a gamer. He cannot call himself a fucking gamer if he cannot fucking remember what it's like to be a gamer. And he constantly is thinking, is this going to be okay for YouTube? Is this going to be okay for YouTube? Is this going to be okay for YouTube? And it's fucking really clouded his judgment as to fucking enjoying games, because he can't fucking enjoy games anymore because, you know, he's fucking too busy being in YouTube mode all the fucking time. This is Phil's fucking purgatory. He cannot fucking enjoy games as a gamer anymore. It's all about how well is this game going to do for me? How much money can this game make me? How much will my fans like this game? How much will my audience like this game? How many views will I get for this game? How much will this fucking make an ad revenue? All this kind of shit. It's not just about fucking trying to enjoy a fucking game for its merits, for its gameplay, for its graphics, for its soundtrack. No. Nothing to do with that anymore. It's all to do with fucking how much he can make from it.
Weeks ago, maybe I would have looked into the game. I would have decided if I was hyped for it or interested in it. You know what I mean? But I literally avoided the game because I was totally afraid of the issues with music copyright on YouTube. And now they're like, oh, we cleared it, we're all good. But they did it the day before. So it's like, well, I've already got a whole week planned out. I've already got all this other stuff planned out, you know? So here's how I'm going to approach it, all right? It's on Game Pass, all right? So let's have our week this week. Let's play everything. Let's enjoy. Let's see what you guys like, what you don't like. You know, we'll make judgments for ourselves, okay? Now, if Helsinger ends up being popular, everyone likes it, oh my God, Phil, you missed out on one of the best games of the year, then I'm okay with putting it into the schedule later on this month. Because the truth of the matter is, later on this month, there's almost nothing. We've got the PlayStation version of the Modern Warfare 2 beta. Next week, we've got the Xbox version of the Modern Warfare 2 beta and the sequel to Shovel Knight Dig. Outside of that, there's really nothing else going on this month that I'm interested in. Maybe I missed out on stuff, and if I did, by all means, tell me. But that's pretty much what I'm doing this month. So I would need more information on other things, and if this is a game that makes sense to fit into the schedule by the end of the month, then I'm all down for that, all right? So let's see what happens, okay, over the course of this week. Let's see how people feel about this game. A lot of people are saying it does feel like a Doom knockoff, and if it is, then I'm probably not going to be so interested in it. But if it does feel like it's unique and something that I'm missing out on, then I'll probably consider it, all right? So let's see what happens. And I apologize. Normally I'd be on top of this stuff, but this was a unique situation with the music, and I didn't know how to take it or what to expect from it. And yeah, it does suck that I kind of got blindsided by this like this, and I guess we'll have to figure it out, okay? All right. Now, outside of everything I just mentioned, all right, we did hit our Tier 1 members goal last week. That means two things. The Halloween marathon event is happening. You guys will be able to nominate and vote on games soon. Not yet. Likely near the end of September or first week of October is when we'll get that process going. All right, so that's exciting. That's going to be happening on or around Halloween. I got to look at the dates, but probably on Halloween. And also, because we hit that goal early, we locked into another special event that's going to be on Saturday, October 1st. It is a special React event where I'm going to be reacting to another documentary on the internet about something interesting. All right, so what is game for this event? Either documentaries from Frederick Knudsen or June the King. So what I'd like you guys to do is go take a look at the content on those channels and investigate and say, gee, what would be a good documentary for Phil to investigate here from these channels? Because they have done documentaries about many different people on the internet over the years. I will just say this, the one thing that's out and not able to be talked about is LTG, or Low Tier God. And there's two major reasons. The first major reason is because I talked to him about it. And I said, you feel like the June the King documentary about you is fair? And he's like, no, actually, I feel like it's one of the worst on the internet. It wasn't fair to me. So, all right, is there a fair documentary about you that I could react to? Because I've been doing these with you know, Wings of Redemption and myself, and I'm interested in learning about you and stuff. People talk about you all the time on my streams. His opinion was no. All right? Now, some people might be like, well, why wouldn't you just do it anyway? You don't have to. There's no legal ramification there. Well, I hate to say it, but LTG, when he gets pissed off about stuff, he tends to be a little bit contentious about it. And in particular, he's...
What a pussy. What an absolute fucking pussy. Just bend over for him now, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. That's incredible. That's fucking incredible. Man, he's just sounding like an absolute fucking bitch right now.
known to take videos of people who are talking about him and kind of strike them down for copyright reasons. So, yeah, if I reacted to, say, the June the King documentary about LTG and he felt bad about it because he thought that maybe it was negative about him, he has potential that he could hit me with copyright strikes. I had enough issue with copyright strikes, all right? I'm not saying he would do that to me, but I'm saying, like, I really just don't want to deal with that shit. So I'd rather avoid the problem, you know what I mean? So the LTG documentary is off the table, but anything else that June the King or Frederick Knudsen has done would be, you know, eligible. And the thing is, out of all the people that they've done these about, I think I know one or two. Like, I know Spoonie, all right, from the Spoonie Experiment. He's the guy who I think Frederick Knudsen did a documentary about years ago, and I know about him because I used to watch his content on the internet many years ago. This was, we're talking over a decade ago, okay? So, you know, we'll see what you guys are interested in. What I'd like to do is get your feedback over the next week or 2 weeks. So if you could take a look at what these guys have done and give me some suggestions on the streams, because what I'd like to do is maybe just a few days before the event happens, do a poll to determine exactly what I'll be reacting to, okay? Now, in addition, all right,
that's our first double bingo of the day. He said addition, so that's a double bingo across the way and down the way. Fucking Yaldi.
I'm also going to be doing a special fantasy match, a 30-man over-the-top rope battle royale match in WWE 2K22, in addition to the React event that I'm going to be doing on October 1st. So it's a double event. It's going to be exciting and hype. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are too. So awesome. And we have something to look forward to now, which is excellent. I always like having like an event on the horizon that we can look forward to. Okay. Now, all that's well and good, but the month's not over. We still have half the month left of September. And we got to talk about this because once we hit the goal of 450, all of a sudden now we started to drop. We actually dropped below 450. So because we did, I'm completely canceling all the events. I'm sorry, they're all canceled. We're not doing them. No, I'm not doing that. That's ridiculous. I'm not one of these people who says, oh, we did it and then take it back. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, it sucks that we did below 450 members. I want to get this up to 500 by the end of this month because I need to get back on my feet from where I was before I lost all those members because of false copyright strikes last month. So I would hope if you like my content and you want to help the channel out, you would consider becoming a member or maybe gifting a membership to someone on the channel. This helps the channel tremendously. All right. So let's talk about the tier 2 members goal for the month, 500 members. If we hit 500 members by the end of September, okay, 2 things will happen. But I put out 2 hands with 2, but okay, 2 things will happen. The first is you will be able to choose the kind of Halloween costume that I will be wearing during my Halloween marathon event. Usually what I do is I present categories to you guys, such as a comic book character, a video game character, a Hollywood movie monster, a pop culture icon. You guys pick the category, then I go out to the stores locally, find a good costume in line with that, and that's what I dress up as for Halloween. All right? So that's what I would like to do this year. And that's the first reward if we hit 500 members. But the other reward is even more special, because if we have 500 members by the end of the month, I'm doing a whole second Halloween event. Never before in my 14 years as an internet content creator have I done a double holiday event. But this year I'll do it. If we hit 500 members, all right, we're going to do, in line with the other stuff you guys have liked me doing this year, we're going to do a special Halloween React event. I'm going to be reacting to the Rob Gavigan YouTube channel. As you know from when I did a react to it earlier this year, Rob Gavigan focuses in on things such as horror, the macabre, the odd and peculiar, the unexplainable, and even murder documentaries, okay? So that being said, he had offered several months ago to offer us up a list of curated videos that he feels would be the most spooky and horror-oriented for Halloween. So if we hit the members goal by the end of the month of 500 members, there will be a whole separate event reacting to the Rob Gavigan YouTube channel. And I'm adding something new again, all right? Something brand new that I didn't even talk about last time. If we also hit this goal by the end of the month, I will be doing a 30-man over-the-top rope horror-themed battle royale in WWE 2K22.
Wait, I thought you said these things were meant to be fear and property. I thought you couldn't have these fucking things happen very regularly because you wanted to make sure that you wouldn't spoil people by just having it too much. So basically this coming, you're having some sort of fucking 30-man Royal Rumble crap coming up this weekend. And now you're touting this as a Halloween event for next month. Wow, what variety, Phil. Amazing variety there. Just fucking, this is the thing. I just love how Phil pretends he's fucking really doing a lot of work for these guys, where he basically has the fucking computer play the fucking game for him. He sits there, watches the fucking game play itself.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Major Super Chat. It says, that's your cue, Frozen Cuck. Pay this man's bills. Ah, Christ, man. Yeah, it's... Phil will certainly get some help again with his fucking, you know, Wales for sure. You know, the whole drama of copyright strikes, you know, is getting old and stale, and it's all in the past now. Phil's desperate to move on from that shit. So he probably will get that fucking, you know, monetary buff once again. I can see him getting 500 members. I can see membership bombs coming for him. When the whales do drop membership bombs, they usually drop them in large stacks. It's not strange to see like a 50 at a time getting dropped by these fucking dumbass whales. So yeah, Phil's certainly going to hit 500 members. I'd be surprised if we didn't.
Where I'm going to do my best to find monsters, villains, creeps, murderers, and everything that has to do with Halloween, and have a whole match based around them in WWE 2K22. All right? So there's a lot of rewards coming up for you guys, a lot of exciting, interesting things, okay? So I hope you would consider either becoming a member or gifting a membership this month to help out the channel and help us grow back to where we were, all right? Sucks that we sadly are kind of, you know, lost such headway. We were doing so well this year. And by the way, there's something I would like to directly address here on the podcast. 2 days ago, Snow Carl tipped me and said on the podcast, are you worried because looking at Social Blade or some other online stats tracking site, it says that you had the worst month ever in August on DSP Gaming. It's the worst month you've ever had, the lowest attention and the lowest views. Okay? I have a direct response to that because when he told me that, I was kind of scratching my head about it and I looked into it. And I have a direct response. You ready? Wrong! Completely and utterly fucking wrong. I don't care what dumb fuck website you use to track stats. It's wrong. I looked into it myself. I looked into my own analytics. Actually, January and February of this year were some of the slowest months, if not the slowest months I've ever had here. In fact, since I became a full-time streamer here on YouTube, it's actually seen more of an increase. Yeah, August actually...
I'd like to remind Phil, he's probably forgotten all about it. He deleted a bunch of videos from January and February. That's probably why it shows as fucking the worst performing months, because he actually deleted a bunch of fucking pre-stream podcasts. Which is probably why his analytics says that it was the worst fucking viewed months for him. Phil completely forgot all about this, of course, and thinks that these were the worst months for, you know, reasons.
Actually was better than other months around it. Yeah. So it was completely wrong. I don't even know what he was talking about. Like, whatever site he was using was bullshit. But more than likely, let's be honest about Snow Carl. Come on, man. You know you were watching detractor shit, and you believed everything they said because you're gullible. Wake the fuck up, dude. It's completely wrong. The views actually were better than most other months around it, and much better than even earlier this year. This channel has been on more of an upward trend this year, and it fluctuates. It does fluctuate. Some months, from what I see, okay, even at the height, like Elden Ring month, I got just under 1 million views on DSP Gaming. Just under, okay? It was literally just under the edge of 1 million views, which sucks. It would have been nice to say, oh, finally I'm back to 1 million views after so long, but I didn't get there, okay? On average, this channel is hitting around 800,000 views a month, and that goes up and down. Sometimes it's you know, 700,000, sometimes it's 900,000. It kind of stays in that realm. When new games start coming out, and we start getting some more new attention on the channel, it'll likely go up. And if I stick at it and I keep sticking with it, and you know, I think the channel will grow. I think we can get back to the 1 million. I really feel that way. Now, will I get above that? I don't know. I don't know if the channel will ever grow above 1 million views a month. Being honest, you know, at one point I was getting 10 million views a month. Yes, that's very true.
You know what? I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious to check this out for myself. Guys, can you give me a website? Give me a website I can use here. People are using Social Blade. Social Blade seems to be the go-to website. Let me search for myself here, right? And share with you guys. So, Social Blade. Is Social Blade the best one? 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. Why am I being yelled my name in chat by Lord Shielgraf? He's just yelling King Jad. Literally pick any website. Oh, pick Social Blade. So how do we determine what month was best month? Where does it say this stuff? Is it here? Oh, I see what it means. Monthly gained views of DSP Gaming. I think this is a chart that we're talking about here. It has never been this low. 617,721 video views for September of 2022. This is a downward trend. I had one brief upward trend. When's the last time it was at 900,000? So 800,000 if you're lucky, Phil, by 2 years ago. 2 years ago was the last time you had like 800,000. Fucking, well, no, sorry. Almost 2 years ago. Because this is November. And you got 829,000. That was the last time. The last time Phil got over 800,000 views on DSP Gaming was in November of 2020. Since then, it has been what? 775, 773, 713, 749, 703, 778, 696, 685, 702, 648, 653, 708, 677, 771, then 670, 704. Oh, is it up to fair? Wee brief trend going upward here, and then it just plummets right back down to 617 fucking thousand views. Phil removed about 19,000 odd views last month, but that was not for this month here. That was for January and February. It's actually amazing that Phil's views in February, but to be fair, that would have affected February. February's views shouldn't be that low, I think. I think they're only that low because he deleted a bunch of podcasts. It would be a wee bit higher, I think, if he had not deleted all those pre-stream podcasts from February because of the copyright claims. So I'm pretty sure that's how it works anyway. But aye. I mean, if Phil can show evidence on the other one to prove this wrong, I'd be happy to see it. But this is the evidence we've got here. This is basically, this is statistical YouTube analytical history for DSP Gaming based on information that Social Blade picks up from this stuff. So, who knows? Who knows what the fuck Phil's looking at?
Many years ago, a decade ago, when this was one of the hottest YouTube gaming channels, I was getting 10 million views a month on my on-demand videos. No reacts, no crazy over-the-top drama shit, no interaction on my streams, literally just on-demand gameplay videos and playthroughs were getting 10 million views a month. It was definitely a different time on the internet, okay? So, again, all that being said, according to YouTube analytics, things are fine and actually getting better. It's the literal opposite of what Snow Carl said, and it does irk me that he said that. I took the bait, spoke on it, just trusting that what he was saying was true, and then come to find out it couldn't have been further from the truth.
Well, how the fuck Snow Carl meant to know that Social Blade wasn't actually, according to you, accurate? It's not as if everyone has fucking access to fucking DSP's own, YouTube Studio analytics tab, for fuck's sake. This is the information that Snow Carl had to look at. Anyone looking at this would think that DSP Gaming's views are not getting as much as used to get. That is the natural consensus you get from this. Gone are the days where he had a fucking million views on his channel per month. When he went from fucking 1 million views in July of 2020, and now September he gets 617. He's almost lost 500,000 views, you could argue. Almost 500,000. It's just incredible. It really is incredible. 61,976 uploads. 451,730,517 views. Social Blade is basically a bot site. It looks at your channel and it looks at every single fucking thing that you upload on it and counts the views on it. It's as simple as that. It's not fucking rocket science here, It's not some fucking human entering this data. It's all using the data that it has available to it from the videos that you fucking upload on your channel. It counts all the fucking views in there and it comes out with this fucking graph. It is not that fucking complex. Now, fuck knows what Phil's seeing on his side, but it's quite possible he's not looking at the right fucking thing. I wouldn't be shocked if Phil was actually looking at the incorrect thing here.
All right. Anyway, enough of that bullshit. There's no negativity here, man. Things are good. All right. All right. Now, let's talk about this insane, huge, ginormous amount of game news that we have to talk about today. All right. Jeez, where do I even start? I'm looking at all this. Jeez. All right. The first thing I'll start out with isn't really game news, but it's something pretty annoying that I discovered yesterday. Okay. So as I told you guys 2 days ago on the podcast, I said, hey, I got this idea. What we should do is every week, we're going to do the best of DSP Gaming highlight. What I'd like you guys to do over the course of the week is watch the content. Duh. When you're watching it, let me know if something that happened you feel like is the best moment of the week. All right? If you watch my videos on demand, you guys are a major proponent of this. All you need to do is watch the video, and if you see something that you think is the best moment of the week, leave a comment on the video with a timestamp. Say, Phil, I think this is the best.
That's another bingo, a double bingo at that. Diagonal line as well as the the vertical line going down the way. So double bingo. There we fucking go. Meth saying maybe DSP's just doing one of those convoluted formulas like how to measure the size of your junk. Using millimeters instead of inches. I understand where Phil's coming from in that regard. Yes, very well. I'm looking. But yeah, we're 4 away. Sorry, we're 5 away from a full house here. If he gets $15+ in tips, he's already got at least 10, by the way. If it says bills, tips, tired, and meaningful, we have a full house. So we're doing very well. We're almost there.
Best moment. Boom. Timestamp. Okay? I review all your comments. This will allow me to go through them, see the moments you guys are recommending. And then what I'd like to do is once a week on my day off, take a few minutes to kind of review all the recommendations and highlight in a YouTube short the best moment that happened on my streams this week. Okay? So why am I bringing this up today? Well, yesterday was my day off and I reviewed everything and I saw 2 very prominent moments that were recommended. I was going to do both. I was actually going to do 2 YouTube short highlights yesterday because I felt both of these moments stood out and would be cool things to highlight from the channel that you guys could check out if you hadn't seen them live. Okay? So the first was the conclusion to Saints Row, and the second was when I was playing Disney Dreamlight Valley and Jasper basically took over the stream. I started playing with him and I accidentally called him Derek because Derek was talking to me at the time in the stream chat and I was trying to read Derek's messages while talking about Jasper, and I said Derek instead of Jasper and everyone broke out hilariously saying you confused the two. It was funny as hell. All right, so 2 really cool, unique, funny moments that happened because that last mission of Saints Row 1, that was hell, and I beat it by the skin of my teeth. The car was about to explode. I passed the mission, then the car exploded and killed me, but I passed it anyway. So both were good. All right, and I'm like, okay, this is excellent. Let's do them both. So I go to the Saints Row final part, and I'm looking, I'm like, where's the fucking button to clip it? Look, there's like, dislike, download, save. I'm like, where the fuck is the button? So I'm thinking, did they change the YouTube app? Did they mess with it? So, all right, hold on. So I clicked on another video. Oh, wait, it's there for that one. I clicked on another video. Oh, it's there for that one. Why is there no YouTube short button for the video I want to make a short on? So come to find out, I look into it. Guess what? If YouTube flags a video for content ID of any kind, visual, audio, whatever, if it has content ID match, you can't make a short of it. Shorts are disabled for that video. But it's an hour-long video. Just because a song played in 3 seconds of the fucking video doesn't mean the entirety of the hour-long video is owned by someone. YouTube doesn't care. The moment content ID hits a video, you can't do a YouTube short of it. So I was like, you gotta be kidding me. One of the best moments of the entire playthrough I can never highlight for my audience because YouTube is dumb as fuck. And the answer is, yes, YouTube is dumb as fuck. Again, all they care about is legally protecting their own butts. So from their perspective, as long as we're not violating copyright, we're all in the good. Oh, if someone clips something with copyright music in it and then it goes viral, oh, we could be legally liable. So
why is Phil fucking shocked by this? This makes perfect fucking legal sense to me anyway. I'm not fucking lawyer. I'm just some dumbass on the internet, but it makes perfect fucking legal sense that YouTube would say, hey, don't fucking make shorts of this fucking shite. We already fucking struck you down for copywriting. We already fucking told you no. You can't monetize this shit. It's fucking copyrighted shit. And you're trying to make a fucking YouTube snort of it. It makes perfect fucking sense to me, basically. But I don't understand. Why is Phil confused with this? Why is he fucking reading about this fucking perfectly logical thing that YouTube do? It makes no fucking sense to me. Prophet is saying, edit original recorded video or a private stream. That's what he could do, but Phil's too fucking lazy. Keep in mind that Phil is all about just being a basic lazy bastard. What surprises me most of all is him suddenly being able to do work on his day off. He would consider this work because he's sitting in his dumbass office trying to make shorts. He can't fucking sit in his dumbass office and record a fucking Patreon video for any of his fucking dumbass fans, but he can sit there and look into why I can't make fucking dumbass YouTube snorts all of a sudden. Shut the fuck up.
It's really, really, really stupid. So I couldn't highlight the end of Saints Row for you guys. I did highlight the moment with Jasper during Disney Dreamlight, and it was very funny. People seem to like that video a lot. It just sucks I couldn't do both. Okay, so that's what happened. Now, moving forward, please, this is a new project, all right? Please, focus on, when you're watching my videos on demand, nominating these moments you think are the funniest moments, all right? I would absolutely love to be able to highlight this once a week and bring more attention to the channel with the YouTube Shorts, okay? So please do, and thank you very much to everyone who does that. And again, if we're watching something on stream as well, you can still tell me, oh, this is one of the funniest things that happened this week. Let me know there too, okay? All right, so that's out of the way. I can delete that one. Okay, the first, you know what? How about this? Let's get rid of let's get the negative views out of the way, or the negative news. Once the negative news is done, we can focus hugely on the positive news. So let's do negative first, then let's do positive, positive, positive overload, all right? The negative news is G4 TV. How many of us have been super excited and have been watching G4 TV since it relaunched less than a year ago? Now me, how about any of you? I'm curious, have any of you been watching G4 TV? One person so far, you see?
Brad Burnian is wanting us to watch a Jasper Derek video and sit in stony silence, so I think I will agree to that demand. Why not? Let's find it. This is it here. Okay, so let's enjoy this amazingly robust content that Brad Burnian recommended.
You guys always say you want Jasper Cam. You can have Jasper Cam. There you go. Look. I can't even get it. I'm fishing for kitties. I'm fishing for kitties. Come on. Come on, Jasper Cam. What'd you say? He said something. What'd you say? Yes. This is what you guys want. You tune in for Jasper Cam. Jasper Cam. When Jasper gets his prey. Oh, he's walking away with his prey. He's walking away. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? He went back to the chair. Oh my God. He walked away with it. He came back. Derek loves these toys. Derek loves any... Derek. Jasper loves the toy. Not Derek. You guys always...
That was the whole short. That was the whole fucking short. Awful. Awful garbage shite. Awful content. Oh, I'm on the wrong fucking video here. There you go. That was garbage. Brad Burnian, why would you recommend that to us? That was awful. That was fucking shite, pal.
So, here's the thing. Alright. G4 TV, what is it? It used to be a gaming channel, literally focused on just video games. They had shows like Attack of the Show, and or other things in there that were kind of unique. I used to actually watch a show on there where they would do raw video gameplay. I remember watching one of the Hitman games being played by someone, just gameplay. It wasn't commentary or anything. This was before, you know, YouTube had that. And they were doing it on television, Let's Plays with no commentary, okay, just raw gameplay. And they were absolutely an innovator back in the day of doing gameplay or gaming-related content on TV. But eventually they failed and they went out of business, okay? That was a long time ago. All of a sudden last year it's announced they're coming back and they're doing a talent search on the internet for people to be hosts, and they hired Xavier Woods from WWE to be one of their online hosts, and all of a sudden Adam Sessler is coming back to reinvigorate the channel and all of this, okay? What I uniquely saw was two different groups. One group was like, wow, we're nostalgic. We used to watch G4 back in the day. It hasn't been around in like a decade. It's cool to see gaming go back to TV, so we're stoked. And then there was the rest of the world who was like, who the fuck needs a gaming television channel when we have YouTube and Twitch? Like, did they not see the trend of what has happened in the last decade? Since G4 no longer existed, everyone went to the internet for their gaming-related stuff, and now the internet is rife with it. And it's free, and it's on demand whenever you want. You don't need a television station to cover games anymore, so why do...
You're fucking luck trying to remind your own fans that what you do is fucking free. No, it's not. No, the way you do fucking YouTube, Phil, is not fucking free for your fucking audience. You just fucking try and tell your fucking audience not to give you money. Aye, fucking good luck with that, pal. Aye, it's certainly fucking free what you fucking do for your fucking audience. No, it fucking ain't. Fucking holding a gun to fucking games' heads, fucking demanding tips so you fucking yeet that game out of the fucking planet. Just what? How in the fuck can you sit there with fucking free tier goals of $150 fucking dollars and membership goals to try and get more money out of people and Patreon goals and all this fucking garbage, and then say it's fucking free content? It's not fucking free. You fucking demand money every single fucking day from your fucking idiot fans. Bullshit, you fucking provide free content. Free to detractors like us, also we're fucking, just us fucking, you know, detractors are fucking sensible enough not to fucking troll tip you, thankfully not shit, you know, we're just sitting here enjoying it from restreamers' perspective anyway, so fucking, you know, we don't have to worry about fucking that kind of shit. It's incredible he's trying to promote what he does for free. Technically it is free, but just see how long it takes for Phil to fucking not make any fucking black shirt begging videos demanding people fucking step up, you know, and buy in and all this garbage fucking talk he has when he's trying to fleece money at those fucking dent heads.
We need G4 back. And I think that's kind of what happened is the people who essentially are behind G4 this second run were banking on nostalgia. And I don't know if in this day and age just nostalgia is enough anymore. Or maybe, you know, G4, I don't know if G4 was big enough, even at their height, that for them to come back for nostalgic purposes that they were going to be successful. Okay? Now, no one knows the exact happenings of what's going on over there, but yesterday, all of the G4 staff, this isn't even a year after their relaunch, by the way, they haven't even been out for a year yet. All the G4 staff were preparing to film their shows, live broadcast them on the internet and also on the television channel, and all of a sudden they were told by their management, everything's on halt, production's on halt, you're doing no shows for today. One by one, the staff were brought into management offices, and one by one, 20 to 30 people were laid off out of only a staff of 200. So basically around 10 to 15% of the workforce on day one got laid off. Okay? It's not clear who it was yet, but basically everyone apparently at the station is now completely crushed because they were of the impression they were the start of something good. They were reinvigorating gaming for the mainstream, for TV. This is what they were told when they were hired less than a year ago, that this is the reinvigoration of gaming on the mainstream. This channel's going to blow up. And they were all under the impression that they had a lot more money to work through wherever. They didn't think they had less than a year of budget, you know? So, yeah, basically, it kind of just freaked everyone out because they thought that, you know, this was going to be something big. And essentially, if you're getting layoffs less than a year after you launch, it essentially means that it's not working. You know what I mean? The rumor is that management want to keep it going, but they are so tight on money that they have to cost cut wherever possible. So they might end up working on like skeleton crews just to put footage together. That's not ideal, nor is that good, nor is that probably a work environment that anyone who's professional really wants to work in. So yeah, that's shitty. I'm really.
So, he doesn't seem to know much about his subjects, but he's just kind of relaying the news onto it. Prophet seems to kind of have some interesting insight into this. So Prophet says he has no idea what's going on. Olivia Munn was dating the son of the owner of Comcast. She wanted to restart the show 7 months before the relaunch. She broke up with him and moved on. That's how the relaunch started. Well, that sounds like a fucking dodgy territory to fucking relaunch a show just because you're fucking, you know, the current chick you're banging wants the fucking thing brought back. Jesus Christ, like, that's, yeah. To be honest, I can kind of see where Phil's coming from. Why was this considered a good idea to try and relaunch a show in this kind of manner? Especially if they've got like a staff of like 200 people. That's quite a lot of people to pay for something. I mean, what would you get from that? What would we gain from this sort of show? Like, what could they deliver? This, you know, it's going to be worth watching. This is the thing. It's, to be fair, it's one of those very strange things that would obviously work far better back in the day. But these days, it's like people are just fucking, you know, free to get whatever kind of gaming content they want. And if they want to pay for it as well, say fucking there's people out there on YouTube and Twitch and other fucking platforms that deliver, you know, this kind of well researched, well done gaming kind of content and commentary and like news. It's the kind of thing as well. It's a tough one to try and see it happening and seeing it work effectively. And now Ronan says it also didn't help, but one of the commentators named Frosk went on a huge feminist trance. Yeah, that never bodes well, does it? Jesus. Oh, fuck it. I mean, it's a thing. So they had high aspirations and they crashed and burned, it looked like. It's a shame.
I really don't know what else to say. There's a lot of reasons that people are saying that this could have happened. Some are saying that there was this person. Yeah, this person, I guess this woman on the channel. I know nothing about it because I never watched the original G4.
I'd like to remind people that he's fucking delivering a news segment here. He is delivering a news segment on his fucking podcast and he didn't do any fucking research into it. Now, and obviously I'm ignorant in the issue as well, but I'm not fucking trying to give you guys fucking news. I'm just fucking playing dumbass bingo here. It's not my fucking job to try and give you guys news and educate you and that shit because I don't know anything about it and I'm not going to pretend to know anything about it. But Phil is technically delivering a news segment. He calls this a gaming news segment. He did zero fucking research into this. He just fucking read Twitter and didn't look into it more. This... Jesus fucking Christ, man. His chat are having to fucking tell him his own news stories that he's fucking reading out to them. What the fuck, man? Such a lazy bastard, man. Such a lazy fucking piece of shit.
So when this came back, I haven't watched literally 1 minute of G4 TV. It might as well not exist to me, all right? And I'm someone who my living is covering video games, and there hasn't been a single pertinent thing that's happened on G4 that I needed to watch, so I think that might say something about the channel, okay? But apparently... The channel got political, and there was like a show where there's this woman who went on a rant against gamers online are sexist or something like that. I have no idea. I didn't see it. But all I hear now is, oh, the channel went woke, and when it went woke, now it's going to go broke, and you can't do that in the modern day, and how dare you attack these people who are your viewers, and blah, blah, blah. So I actually don't know. You know, I don't know. I didn't see it. I missed it. But if that happened, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like... The deal is, if you're in a major relaunch phase, okay, what you probably want to do is appeal to the masses and not do marginalized content, all right? And I'm not even necessarily saying that what this person said on the channel is wrong. I have no context. I have no idea what exactly was said, okay? But if you are trying to relaunch something to major media, and by the way, it's an experiment. You don't know if a gaming television channel is going to work in 2021, 2022. This is definitely an experimental process to test the waters and see, hey, will this work again in the modern environment? When all your competition is online and they have instant digital distribution, and by the way, they have over a decade of foothold in the minds of gamers that this is where you go for gaming content, you got an uphill battle to make your television channel work. All eyes will be on you just for moments like that, all right? So what you want to do is you want to try to appeal to the widest amount of people with the widest amount of content. You do not want to be making marginalized content. And if you've got someone going on there ranting about how gamers are sexist, well, first of all, that's just a generalized statement in general, okay?
I'd like to remind people that the other day he called the Japanese people xenophobic. Just a general reminder that Phil Burnell of DSP Gaming called the Japanese xenophobic for apparently not playing games made by Western developers. Which is incorrect anyway, because the Japanese do enjoy games made by some, Western developers like, what was the examples? Fucking Overwatch was a one big example, and Minecraft as well. Pretty big in Japan. And yet he calls them xenophobic for apparently only paying attention to their own country's games, like Splatoon 3 and all that shit. It's just a wee reminder thrown out there. Phil Burnell, you wouldn't catch Phil Burnell fucking trying to alienate people and fucking trying to accuse people of this and that. No, you wouldn't catch him, Phil Burnell, doing that at all, no.
Okay, yes, gamers are sexist, but gamers also are not sexist because gamers are people from all over the globe, from all walks of life, from all age groups, all genders.
Did Phil just... Hang on.
To appeal to the widest amount of people with the widest amount of content. You do not want to be making marginalized content. And if you've got someone going on there ranting about how gamers are sexist, well, first of all, that's just a generalized statement in general, okay? Yes, gamers are sexist.
Okay, I thought I said that. Right, okay. Okay, so Phil's basically kind of agreeing, yeah, gamers are sexist, yes, true. I could just leave it at that and that'll be like that, but Phil's just trying his best to say gamers are everything. There's like good gamers and bad gamers and smelly gamers and nice gamers and all that shit. Just fucking Phil's usual fucking way of just fucking pig-splaining, but not everyone's fucking sexist just because some people are not shit, it's this kind of thing. Conroy says, you think Japanese Phil bitches about xenophobic American gamers who only buy Call of Duty and don't play on a Splatoon. God, imagine a Japanese version of DSP. Jesus Christ, man.
But gamers also are not sexist because gamers are people from all over the globe, from all walks of life, from all age groups, all genders, races. You know what I'm saying? By just doing a rant about, oh, there's gamers that are sexist, it's probably not a good idea. But again, I don't know because all I'm doing is telling you what I heard. I didn't know the context. I don't know the situation. I can't be like an authority or some kind of I'm not going to get on a soapbox here
But why did you fucking decide to cover this as a news story when you done zero fucking research into the fucking thing? Don't talk about shit you don't know anything about. Just don't do it, Phil. It's fucking ignorant to even pretend to cover this as a news story when you didn't even do any fucking research into the goddamn context of the whole fucking thing. You are a fucking moron.
And talk negatively about the situation because I don't really know what happened. All I would say is, hey, I think it's time to try to avoid drama and instead put out fun content that appeals to everyone. And when you're doing that kind, like a rant like that, sounds to me exactly what you don't want to do. And that's exactly what these people are looking for to latch onto. How much do you want to bet that was one moment in time of an entire year of content that G4 TV put out? Well, all you see online about G4 TV is the moment when G4 called us all, you know, bigots or whatever, sexists, right? So that being said, is that the moment that killed it or not? I don't know. But yeah, they're in dire straits and they're falling apart. And now people are wondering if the channel will even survive or if this is just the first nail in the coffin. You know, again, when I heard G4 TV was coming back, I was like, meh, I don't care. I never watched it to begin with. Since G4 has launched, I've heard not a single piece of must-watch TV or content on that channel. Like, it's nostalgia for those who used to like it, or they're trying and no one cares. Like, how is it that I'm a full-time gamer? All I do is play and cover games, and I don't care about the channel, nor do I know anything about it, and I've missed nothing, right? That's bad. Okay. So there you go. That's the one negative about news. Now I can delete that. We can move on to all positives. So this one's a personal one, but I've already mentioned it. The Capcom Fighting Collection is $10 off, and I get the feeling the price will continue to drop over time. But if you were holding off on getting the Capcom Fighting Collection, it's $30 now instead of $40. I would recommend getting it. We need more of a player base in these games, and if more people don't buy it, the game will die. But maybe we'll get a little reinvigoration now of people buying it on the cheap. I don't know, but that would be great. Just throwing that out there. Okay. So, you guys may have heard of this little studio. It's a Japanese studio. They put out a few good games here or there. They go by RGG, you know, Ryogu ga Gotoku, or however you pronounce it. Maybe you heard of them. All right? But they seem to be pretty busy these days. Because in the last 24 hours, they announced not one, not two, but 3 different games. That's a lot. Okay? So, first of all right, we've got Like a Dragon, Ishin. What is this? This is a silly what-if scenario. What if the cast of the Yakuza games were actually in feudal Japan? How would Kazuma Kiryu function as a samurai against all of these odds that are stacked against him? And admittedly, I think it's pretty funny seeing him going around in samurai garb, fighting all the people from Yakuza also in samurai garb. It's a pure combat-based game for what I've seen, with a story element similar to Yakuza. And it looks pretty good. Now, it's already out in Japan, and it's a bestseller. The game is very popular in Japan, but they were afraid to take it into a Western audience because they were afraid if they took it to the Western audiences that it wouldn't do very well. But based on the success of games like Ghost of Tsushima, now they feel it will. So essentially, they've remade this game now for modern consoles and the worldwide audience, and that will be coming out next year. Okay? But again, does it tie directly into the plot of Yakuza or Like a Dragon? No, it doesn't. It's just kind of a what-if silly scenario. Okay? Okay. Now, the 2 brand new games coming out, one of them I think we all expected, and one is a little shocking. So first of all, Like a Dragon 8. Yes, I said that. Like a Dragon 8. I thought it was Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. Well, I guess a couple things have happened. First of all, as we all know, the guy who used to run that studio quit. The actual founder and head of it quit, and he went to go work for a Chinese game development company. So, the company decided to rebrand. They're no longer going to make games called Yakuza. All their games are now going to be called Like a Dragon. Okay? So now it's Like a Dragon 8, and since the protagonist has shifted from Kazuma Kiryu to Ichiban, right, the new main character.
I wouldn't mind if I go 1.5 speed. In fact, I'm not even going to fucking wait for an answer. Sorry, guys, but I might go 1.5 speed, man. He's boring the tits off me.
From Yakuza 7, they're going to change the name. So we have a whole new protagonist. Or do we? Because in a surprising twist, it was announced that Like a Dragon 8, coming in 2024, by the way, it will still be a turn-based combat game, turn-based RPG, just like Yakuza 7 was, to which I say 2 thumbs up. I love Yakuza 7. I want another turn-based RPG. All right? But here's the weird thing. Kazuma Kiryu will now be a co-protagonist around with Ichiban. What? I thought the whole point of Yakuza 7 was supposed to reboot the franchise, right? To have a new protagonist and a new group of characters. And it was cool to have Kazuma Kiryu as a supplemental character along in there for a little bit. But for me, it's confusing because I thought that was the whole point we were trying to get away from. You know, Kazuma Kiryu is the past of the franchise. Ichiban is the future. So why now do we have 2 protagonists? It is a little confusing. Also confusing is Kazuma Kiryu's new haircut. I apologize, I forgot to get the screenshot for you guys this morning. But basically, he no longer has the spiky dark hair, so he looks like Kazuya from Tekken. Instead,
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Mage, for Super Chat. It says, isn't this historical fantasy with the actors from Yakuza playing historical figures? Also, the Japanese title has always been Like a Dragon. So there's some knowledge getting dropped there from Black Mage. I do appreciate that knowledge because I didn't know that personally myself. So thank you, Black Mage, for educating us all on, and also on the game, and also just really increasing Phil's ignorance of what the fuck he's talking about. He's bitching and moaning about the game getting rebranded Like a Dragon, when in Japan, all this whole time, it's been called that anyway. I mean, I feel like they wouldn't be able to call it Yakuza in Japan because isn't like the Yakuza a big deal in Japan? Like as an actual like entity, like they're a genuine criminal element in Japan. The Yakuza. I'm not just. I don't think I'm just making up or anything, but it'd be kind of weird for the Japanese to allow a game to be called Yakuza when the Yakuza are an actual fucking thing in Japan. So I can understand why it wouldn't be called Yakuza in Japan because it'd be like promoting that shit, you know? Jesus Christ. So I can completely understand why Japanese would not want that. I don't know. Fuck knows. But yeah, thank you very much, Black Mage, for educating us all on that. But yeah, Phil's just being Phil. Doesn't have a clue what the fuck he's talking about. Same old, same old. By the way, if anybody wants this thumbnail, there you go. There's a wee Phil screen for you.
instead, his hair is now flattened and gray, like almost like a salt and pepper deal, like grayish. So I don't know if that's because he got older or because he's in disguise. Maybe he's undercover incognito in this game. I'm not sure. But I'll be honest, I was liking Ichiban. I liked having a new protagonist and a whole new... It felt like a fresh start for the series. Having new gameplay elements, being a turn-based RPG, and a new protagonist. I don't know how I feel about Kazuma being in there. All right? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Here's the thing. I don't want to immediately be like, oh, well, the head of the studio quit, so now everything's going to be shit out of the studio. I don't want to be like that. All right? But I guess what we're going to see now, with these next two games, which is going to be this one and the other one I'm going to talk about, this is the opportunity for the studio to shine without their founder. If they can make great games without him, great. But what if now the quality dips, right? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out, okay? But anyway... It looks good. I'm excited for the next one because it's turn-based. I love that kind of RPG, and I really like Yakuza 7, so I'm definitely looking forward to 8. Of course, now it's called Like a Dragon 8. The other game coming out, which kind of threw me for a loop, because I don't think anyone expected this. There is going to be a spin-off game. The main character will be Kazuma Kiryu. Thought we were done with it. It's a classic brawler-style gameplay like the original Yakuza games. It's only around half the size of a regular game, so it's kind of a abridged version of one of their games. It's going to show you what happened to the Yakuza between Yakuza 6 and 7. It's basically filling in the gaps of that time lapse that we have that you don't really get the story from in Yakuza 7 because you're following a new group of people. Okay? It's called Like a Dragon Gaiden. Now wait a minute. Why is it called Like a Dragon? This is Yakuza. It's supposed to mend the gap between 6 and 7. Nope. It's called Like a Dragon Gaiden. Okay. Supposedly it's coming out next year. Okay. I mean, so yeah, if you're a fan of Ryuga Gagatoku, I cannot say this, and I sound stupid every time I try to talk about it, okay? But if you're a fan of that, all right, this is great news.
I feel like I should try and listen to him say it one more time. Bless his little piggy heart. He tried. Let's go slow down. Let's slow it down when he tries to read it out.
Ryuga Gagatoku.
It just sounds like he's a fucking baby, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ, one more time.
And of Ryuga Gagatoku.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that's too... I didn't expect it to be that fucking funny. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, back to 1.5 speed.
I cannot say this, and I sound stupid every time I try to talk about it, okay? But if you're a fan of that, all right, this is great news. They have 3 different games coming out in the next 2 years, and they're pretty much all interesting, high-profile games. So for me, this is a major thumbs up. I'm happy about this. I'm excited about this. All right, and I hope that you guys are interested in these games because I am, and I'm going to be playing them, just to forewarn all of you. If you don't like Yakuza or Like a Dragon, well, too fucking bad, I do, and I'm going to be playing them here on DSP Gaming, so there you go. All right, the next piece of news, One Piece Odyssey finally has a release date. For those who don't know, this is the One Piece RPG that's been in development for many years. It's based on an original plotline, not from the manga or anime. So it's its own spin-off plotline with its own unique cast of characters. It's a turn-based RPG, think Dragon Quest, and it now releases January 12th, 2023. Good. I'm excited. I want to play it. I want to chill with you guys and play a fun RPG early on in the year. That sounds good to me. So I hope you guys are excited for that because I am. I like turn-based RPGs. Having an anime turned into one sounds like a good idea. I'm down for this. Okay? All right. Ni no Kuni, the original game from way back when, over a decade ago, if I remember correctly, because I think it was announced at the E3 I attended in 2012. I think it came out later that year. Is now going to be on Xbox, on Game Pass, right now. So if you never played the original Ni no Kuni, it's literally free on Game Pass now. You can play it on any Xbox console. Go for it. Okay? I like the original Ni no Kuni. I actually think the original Ni no Kuni is twice as good as the sequel. I think the sequel went more into copying other franchises like the Tales of franchise, while the original Ni no Kuni was unique. What happened is you would fight and recruit monsters to your party. You would then command to do your bidding and fight for you. Does this sound familiar? Does anyone? All right, but I'm here to tell you it is different. It's not Pokemon. I swear to you, it's not. It's a very different take. Essentially, they are party members with you. You get to control yourself and the creatures, okay? It's kind of a unique take. I really liked it, and I was upset that with the sequel, they abandoned the whole formula and just went completely copying everyone else and kind of lost its identity. So, yeah, if you haven't never played it, it's Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch remade for Xbox consoles. It's on Game Pass right now. All right? Now, I've covered a lot of game news. It's already 12:12. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get to the meat of the game news today, and the game news that to me is the most interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, Street Fighter 6. I now would like to make a public statement that I may regret, or time will tell, and I may actually be prophetic. All right? So here we go. On September 15th, 2022, Darkside Phil Burnell, made the following statement. Okay? You ready for this? Get ready. If all the signs that we are seeing are true, and if all this information is accurate, all right, and if it turns out that everything that that we're being led to believe will be functional and in this final product of Street Fighter 6 when it's actually released for sale sometime next year, ladies and gentlemen, it is my firm belief at this point in time, Street Fighter 6 will go down in history as the greatest fighting game of all time.
Shut up, bitch!
Why do I say that? This company developing the game has done a complete 180-degree turn from Street Fighter V, okay? What were the major criticisms of Street Fighter V, all right? First of all, at launch, Street Fighter V had no content. It was literally play online or play in a training mode against someone locally. There was no story. There was no even arcade mode. It was literally just play competitively, all right? Street Fighter 6 has decided to do the complete polar opposite. They're packing in the most feature-rich single-player content I have ever seen in a fighting game. It reminds me of the old days of Soul Calibur, all right, on Dreamcast, all right? It has a robust and interesting single-player story mode where you create your own character from the ground up. As you play through this open-world exploration mode, you encounter groups of generic enemies where you fight the notable characters from Street Fighter. If you win these notable fights, you earn experience points and their own special moves. So now you can create your own Street Fighter character that has a moveset you designed from the ground up. You can then use that character to further your progression in the storyline, taking on boss-level challenges and all kinds of unique and fun stuff. There is a mode in the game that is an homage to fans of old-school fighting games, where you go into an arcade with your character, and you can play old versions of games like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo and Final Fight. Now, you can't play them online, but essentially what they've done, all right, they are taking exactly what the criticisms were from Street Fighter V, all right, and they're making a game that is what the people want. If you make a fighting game that's absolutely outstanding when it comes to competitive play, that's one thing. But if you make a fighting game that appeals not only to the competitive player, but to the mainstream gaming community as a whole, now you're getting it. And it was actually way back when on the Dreamcast that Soul Calibur understood this formula and released their game where you made your own fighter. As you played, you leveled up your fighter, you added these abilities. This was already a thing 20 years ago. And it seemed to have been forgotten and no one really remembered that it even existed. But then, recently, in the last decade, with the reboot of the Mortal Kombat franchise and NetherRealm bringing in these interesting, robust story modes, as well as the Crypt offline mode, people realized, oh crap, these games can be successful outside of a competitive nature. They don't have to be played only competitively online. So why don't we add more content? That is exactly what they are doing with Street Fighter 6. And from everything I've seen now, it seems like they are determined to give you maximum value for your dollar. If you buy Street Fighter 6 and you want to play it against people online competitively, great. That's where the core of the franchise is always laid, and they're going to do a good job with that. But man, if you want just an offline experience, you could still buy Street Fighter 6 and get tons and tons of hours of gameplay and content out of this game. Imagine playing through the story mode multiple times, building different characters of different appearance, different combat abilities, and going through and really, getting your money's worth out of it. I'm very excited for all this news about the offline gameplay of Street Fighter 6. But then in addition, they did like a big expose about all these different characters. that are going to be in it. You know, of course, we already know the cast because it leaked, but they started showing characters such as Blanca, E. Honda, Dalsim, and Ken. Big update on Ken. So originally the rumor was that Ken Masters was basically going to kind of be like a loser bum in this game. He apparently lost his family. They divorced him and Eliza, who was his wife in the previous games, and now he's just down on his luck trying to fight his way back to prominence. That's actually not the case. His real plot's been revealed. He's been framed by the Mad Gear gang. That's right. That is the villainous gang from the Final Fight franchise into basically being accused of crimes he didn't commit. He feels that for the betterment of his family, he needs to go on the lam. So he abandons his family and leaves them behind while everyone's on the run trying to catch him as a wanted fugitive. And his plot is he's trying to prove his innocence over the course of Street Fighter 6. Wait, what? An interesting plot in a fighting game? This could have been a movie. This could have been an anime or a manga. This is actually good writing. I'm like, wait, what? This is cool. So if you actually have a story mode for Ken that explains all of this, this would be pretty neat, right? So I'm kind of like, whoa, like, you see what I'm saying about how this game is completely pulling a 180? When Street Fighter 5 came out, it was only for competitive players, and then it didn't work, okay? It took like a month for the game to even work, and then people found out it sucked. So imagine the opposite. Imagine, oh, not only do we understand this is for competition, but also there's a whole group of people who love Street Fighter out there. Hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of them. They're never going to play this game in a tournament, but they still want to love it. So give them content, give them a world, give them lore, give them all the stuff they get out of all the other gaming franchises that they enjoy in Street Fighter. You know what I have to say to that? Yes, please, please do. Listen, I'm 40 years old. Very well, I'll be 41 by the time I play Street Fighter 6. Do I have aspirations of being a top-level Street Fighter player? No. I don't know if I'll ever get that competitive bug back, but I love Street Fighter. I want to enjoy the game. Give me content that I can enjoy and not have to sit online, you know, trying to fucking scrape out a win against online tryhards all day. Give me something to do that's fun in Street Fighter that's not that. And it seems like that's what they're actually working on. Okay? It does. It seems like they're actually working on great content. So,
money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Ice Yamamoto, for a super chat. It says, wait, isn't this the guy who wants competitive Street Fighter? Why is he talking about a single player? So he is a bad fighter, is what he's saying. Yeah, it could arguably be construed that way, yeah. Phil, I just love how this sort of logic by Phil completely contradicts his Splatoon 3 narrative from before. Like, he's saying, like, who the fuck cares about Splatoon 3 single player mode? It's a fucking multiplayer fucking game, you know, shit. People are hyped for fucking multiplayer. He's like, who gives a shit about the single player? And it's the same thing with Street Fighter.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Bart Wells, for super chat. It says, sounds to me like Phil is showing hype for Capcom right now. I would say you're right as well. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Back to our point there, I think Phil is making himself very, you know, hypocritical here by dismissing Splatoon 3's single player campaign, which I've heard is actually quite good. But Phil's not even giving it a fucking chance because, you know, he just thinks it's a Splatoon kiddie game, Japanese. He's been quite racist towards it, not shit. But Street Fighter, which is not really known that much for its whole. Let's be honest, when people think of Street Fighter, they think of it as a fucking fighting game that people play each other on. It's not something that people fucking get primarily for the single player mode of it, and Phil is freaking the fuck out about single player mode right now. And yeah, as you can see, he's kind of sounding like a fucking shill for Capcom right now. Big time. But to me, it comes across as massively hypocritical. And he's not even fucking seen like much of the game yet. He's fucking fanboying out over this fucking game. Also, I want to rewind.
Working on.
Just because of his gesture here.
Okay? It does. It seems like they're actually working on great content. So,
this kind of thing here, just like if there's any good screen caps for you guys for this, by all means, enjoy. There we go. How's that? That all good? Is that people enjoying this? These a nice wee freeze frame, just going frame by frame. Anything in there you guys like, you fucking have it. Anyway, back to the bingo.
I'm blown away. I'm literally blown away that this is what they're working on. All right. Now, in addition to that, listen to this. As if this again, they've listened to feedback. I can't believe how well they've listened to feedback. It's been made official. Listen to this. In the ranked play in Street Fighter 6, meaning the online ranking play, not the casual play, it doesn't matter. When you play, you level up by earning experience points, you get the different tiers or whatever, and this affects who you match against. Listen to this change. Your league points that you earn in ranked play are based on a per character basis.
So let's say your favorite character is E Honda, and you play the shit out of E Honda, and you're a top ranked player because you use E Honda, you kick everyone's ass. Well, I want to learn Ken today, but I'm not good with Ken. If I play with Ken in ranked, I get my ass beat because I'm high ranked. I'm going to lose all my ranking points because I don't know how to play with Ken. No, ranking points are now tied individually to the character. So you could be a high ranked Honda and a scrub with Ken, and the game won't put you against high ranked people with Ken. You get to learn Ken against everyone else. It's like, oh my god, it blows my fucking mind that they're doing it. It's everything you would ever want in a fighting game. I'm literally blown away how good this is all sounding. Now, there's going to be a closed beta for Street Fighter 6. It's starting on October 7th and it runs to the 10th. Okay? And before you say, well, Phil, will you be a part of that closed beta? All right? It is a lottery basis, meaning everyone has an equal chance if you register for it. Okay? I tried to register for it this morning. First, I tried to create a Capcom ID account because you need to have a Capcom ID account to register for it. I got 3 error messages and I gave up. 10 minutes later, they sent me an email saying it worked. Click this link. So I clicked on the link and created the account. All right, now let me go in and put my personal information in there because it's probably going to ask your platform of preference and everything. And then let me register for the beta. I go to do it and it says error occurred, error occurred, error occurred. The site is completely destroyed. They announced this open beta, or excuse me, this closed beta this morning, and the whole site is completely rocked and is not working. Okay, I am going to try to register for this thing. The good news is you have till the end of the month, so it'll be 15 days to register, and then apparently that first week of October they're going to pull this random lottery. I'll be honest, I probably have a better chance of being selected if I try to do it for like Xbox than PlayStation. First of all, just so everyone knows, Street Fighter 6 is cross-platform. It doesn't matter what console you play it on, you're playing with everyone else. So it doesn't matter if you own PC, PS5, Xbox, you can play with everyone else anyway. So it doesn't even matter what platform you're applying for, but I would suspect more people are used to playing Street Fighter on PlayStation, so you're going to have way more requests for that than if you select the lesser selected platform. I would probably think out of the 3, probably Xbox would be the least requested, so that's probably what I'll request. I'll probably get an increased chance if I do that. Okay? So, I'm going to register when it works. It's not working right now, but once it starts working, okay, I'm going to register and hope for the best, and it'd be really neat if, yeah, I could play the beta of Street Fighter 6 October 7th to 10th. If not, I mean, obviously it's not the end of the world. I am hyped for the game and I want to play it. I would love to play it for you guys, but I guess we'll see what happens and go from there. All right, but I'm excited. So this is cool. Everything I'm hearing about Street Fighter 6 these days is positive. It's a complete flip of attitude from, what was it, 7 years ago when Street Fighter 5 was released. They've definitely learned from their mistakes and they're trying to make the best experience possible. I mean, there's people who may never play this game online and might buy it because they want to play it single player because the single player sounds so good.
You could say the exact same thing about fucking Splatoon 3 though, for fuck's sake.
Alright. Cool. Alright, so that's it. That's the gaming news I got for you guys. Let's go right into shoutouts. So we start off today on the YouTube side of things. Jeff Lopez did a super chat. Did you happen to see the new Street Fighter 6? And then it cut off. Yes. I just talked about it. Jared just did a super chat. He says, are you going to play Call of Duty Friday? PlayStation 5 only? It's not out on Friday for PlayStation 5. That's the closed beta, and I don't have access to it. It's open as of Sunday, the 18th, open beta for everyone on PS5, and that's when I'll be playing it. Okay? Malcolm has re-upped his membership for 9 months. He says, long live DSP. Thank you, Malcolm, for the ongoing support. I appreciate that. And then, Phil, that ack was fire.
I need to hear that again in like slow motion. Just a disappointment in his face as well when he read it out.
Phil, that ack was appreciate that. And then, Phil, that ack was fire.
There is a face of a grumpy old bastard. This is a man that loves his life and everything in it. This is a man that's just winning on level 1 eternally. There you go, there's your fucking screenshot. Screenshot the fuck out of that all you want, guys. Alright, back to, I'm going to 1.25 speed. Because he's reading contributions, I'm going to slow it down a wee bit because sometimes he reads them way too fast for 1.5 speed.
Did a super chat, he said, what about doing a modern playthrough of Mario 3? I would consider it. I'm not doing it now, but I would consider it. Phil, that ack was fire. What a great name. Never even said ack until I just said ack reading your name. Ack, ack, ack. Man, you guys, you really nailed the meme when you finally immortalized when I say ack, ack, ack on my streams. Because as you know, this is something I do all the time. It sounds just like me. Okay. Of all the things to say, of all the things I do on my streams, it sounds stupid. They make one up. Okay, so I received 2 tips during my day off yesterday. The first tip is Phil, the director of the upcoming Assassin's Creed games, said that some Assassin's Creed games won't feature present-day storylines like Assassin's Creed Mirage, but the present-day stuff will mostly exist in that live service AC game Infinite. He also said that they're going to fix how...
Shut the fuck up, we got a bingo. We are 4 away from a full house.
They approach them because people who love the modern day stuff don't get enough of it, and the people who hate them get too much of it. And I was wondering what you thought of those comments and what you think of the modern day Assassin's Creed stuff. Well, first of all, thank you for the tips on my day off. I really appreciate that. Now, in regard to Assassin's Creed, I like the fact that they're now separating the franchise, so you're going to have the more classic games that play like a classic Assassin's Creed when you have the more modernized ones that play more like Witcher 3. I think that they both have a place in gaming, and one of the major criticisms that I've had of the more modern games was that they call themselves Assassin's Creed when they play more like Witcher 3. So they're going to separate themselves and have two completely different franchises, still called Assassin's Creed. I'm okay with that, but I would hope that they will actually diversify themselves from each other so you realize which one you're buying is which and that they play completely differently. And it's interesting that they will be continuing on with the modern day plotline, although the reason that they're putting them into the Witcher 3 games, I don't know, because they tied them with the original Assassin games that were the old school guys, so I'm not sure really what they're going for there.
Shut the fuck up! Shut up, bitch!
But hopefully Assassin's Creed Mirage will be a reiteration of the series because we really needed to go back to its roots. I really felt that the game really fell off the rails there with 3 different games that played almost identically with the last 3 that played like Witcher 3, and I really wanted the game to go back to its assassination roots, so I'm very happy to see that. And if the modern plotline continues in any capacity with these future games, then I'm happy because I like the modern plotline. I hope that it continues. Act. Okay. Now, our first tip of the day is from the Snorlax King, who tipped $10. Thank you so much to Snorlax King. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Snorlax King says the following: from a big papa to a king, Snorlax is here. Just wanted to say thank you for checking out Disney Dreamlight Valley. Your streams encouraged me to check out that game myself, and I'm now loving it. Please don't drop that from the rotation anytime soon. It's chill. It will not. It's definitely be playing once this week, maybe twice. It depends. Actually, I would have guaranteed 2 streams if I was streaming on Saturday night, but I need the time to do the private patron videos. All right, so that's what's going on with that. But it's definitely being played Monday, if not Monday and Tuesday, dependent on time and what you guys want. So good stuff. And I agree with you. That last stream was actually quite interesting. I'm actually intrigued to play more. We did stuff with Moana, and she was coming to the village, but now we have more stuff we have to do for her to come to the village. And it's interesting to see what's going to happen in the game moving forward. So yeah, it's a good game so far. Snowcrawl through the $1.50 says, sorry about the incorrect information in regards to your views. I didn't hear from any hater or detractor. I checked your social blade. Happy to be wrong and happy the channels are doing better. Yeah, from what I saw on Social Blade in August, I think it was like 880 or 890,000 views, which is far from my worst month. I actually think it was January.
No. 700. August was 617,000 views. Where the hell is he getting like 800,000 views from? How in the fuck is he finding that number? What is Social Blade seeing or not seeing here? I don't understand what Social Blade is miscounting here compared to what Phil is counting. I have no idea. That
I was down to like 700,000 something. And last year, actually, like what's happened is as I've become a full-time streamer and content creator here on YouTube, the channel's been slowly building more and more. I'm actually doing better. Basically, YouTube is saying every month I'm either in line with what I expected or exceeding it. So yeah, maybe I don't know what Social Blade looks at. Here's what I can tell you about Social Blade. All right. Sadly, Social Blade has never been accurate. Even back in the day, years and years and years ago, when I cared about tracking stats on my YouTube channel, they were never right. They always were completely wrong when it came to estimations of income, views. They were always off. I don't know what data they're using, but it's just not accurate. I mean, you could use it as a general estimate, but it's never completely true. Okay? And, you know, I hate that people use that shit as facts. Like back in the day, I'll give you an example. Back in the day, there used to be this YouTuber, and he would go on Social Blade and analyze the data. And he would make videos about what he felt people made. And back in the day, no exaggeration, he made videos about me, be like, oh, Darkside Phil on DSP Gaming, he's making like, you know, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year. Not even close. I was
I would like to counter this point. I have something which I don't even know if I still have it, guys. Give me a second, guys. I made a video a while ago estimating Phil's previous income based on things he said, and I might still have it. Give me a second, guys. Just bear with me here. Sorry. Just let me see if I've still got the spreadsheet saved on the Google Doc thing. You know, 2 seconds. But I made a spreadsheet based on, because Phil used to say he used to make a 6th of what he made before, or a 7th of what he made before, or an 8th of what he's actually said different things at different fucking times, you know, what he's fucking apparently made in the past. Let me see if I can find it. Is this what it was? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. 2 seconds, I'm trying to find it. I might not actually have it anymore. Yeah, okay, I found it. Good news, guys, I found it. Okay, so this is what I made. I made a video about this as well. So, The 2020 to 21 average while on YouTube per month for Phil Burnell was $1,743.99. We know this information because of the bank leak data that we have available to us. So if he was making only a seventh of that, which Phil has claimed before in the past, he used to make a seventh of what it is on YouTube now, that would be $12,207.93 a month instead, which per year works out at $146,495.16. This is YouTube alone. Now, if it was a 1/8 of his old income, that would be $13,951.92 per month on YouTube, which per year works out at $167,423.04. And if it's only 1/9 of what he used to fucking make per month on YouTube, that would be $15,695.91, which would be $188,350.92 per year. Keep in mind, this is specifically YouTube only. YouTube only. Phil, as I said in the past, has claimed that he used to make he's literally said it was like 1/7 and 1/8 and 1/9. He's literally said all these things before when he's talking about his old YouTube income. So, and keep in mind, these are specifically YouTube only. So obviously his YouTube income is down significantly far more these days. And so yeah, hi, if I do this, that doesn't work. Okay, never mind that. I'll just try quite a day, like this times 12. But fuck it. Also, Phil's earning far less on YouTube than he used to these days than he used to before. And I was just trying to work out, based on Phil's own fucking wording, how much would he fucking make on, did he make on YouTube back in the day based on his own fucking narrative? Storms is asking, is he straight up lying about his Social Blade? What else could be happening? I don't know. I don't know what he's looking at. He's not shown us. The funny thing is, I'd be happy for Phil to show us his evidence, but he won't do it. Phil could show us his own evidence to kind of counter us, and I'd be happy to accept that if it was accurate. But he's refusing to for whatever reason.
Making way less than that. But he was saying these exorbitantly insane things. And I was like, dude, don't you understand that's harmful? Because then people think that you're rich and shit, and it's not true. You shouldn't be just speculating shit based off of some website that's pulling data from somewhere. To give you some perspective, YouTube makes certain data public, and it's not always accurate. So to take that data and believe that it's true is kind of dumb. And the view, like, for example, how is Snow Carl saying it was the least viewed month ever on DSP Gaming? You would think the least month viewed ever would have been around the time when I was still full-time streaming on Twitch, and it was a deader month, and all I was doing was archiving my footage over here. No streams or anything. So you would think it would have been like one of those months, maybe early 2021, late 2020, early 2021, when not a lot of stuff was going on with new releases, and the views on this channel were low, and I wasn't streaming here to inflate the views. That probably would have been one of the lowest months ever for views. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how you could say a month when I'm actively every day streaming, uploading, right? How can you say that would be one of my lowest months for views? It doesn't even make logical sense. All right. Now, maybe what Social Blade did is they took a look at the stupid videos that were taken down. Remember, there were 10 videos from my pre-streams that were taken down because of false copyright strikes, right? Each video probably had roughly, 1,000 views on it, maybe, give or take, for the podcasts, right? And there was a few others videos that I had to take down because it was the same line where the same person who gave me the false copyright strikes against the other podcast. I had his footage in those podcasts too, so I had to get rid of those. So maybe there was 20 videos that I deleted, and because of the but even then it doesn't make sense, because let's say I deleted 20 videos and they're all 1,000 views each. That's 20,000 views. So instead of being 890,000, I'm 870,000. It's still high. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It's nonsensical. So I don't get it. I just don't understand how Social Blade is saying it's the worst month ever. It definitely wasn't. Okay? So I think I covered everything. Okay? I think that's it. There you go. So thank you guys. Snowcurl says, do you think Social Blade doesn't count stream views while YouTube does? Maybe. Maybe because when I'm done with the stream, I private the stream. Maybe because that's not a public view-facing video. Social Blade doesn't see it. But you...
That might explain a lot. I thought Phil just deleted the streams altogether in general once he was fucking done with them. It's something I actually feel like fucking checking. Like, obviously, we have the link. Obviously, every time I do a DSP Bingo, you guys will see the URL of the fucking stream. This is a live stream, obviously, of DSP Gaming. You'll see it in the top here. I've been tempted to try and go back to an older episode, maybe a month ago, and see if I could type that URL. Would it still work? Or would it say private? Or would it just say it doesn't exist? And it's something I can't be asked on it right now because I'm fucking live streaming Bingo. I can do it later on and see what it says.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much, Black Metro. Super Chat says, another day, another drunken cope session. I agree. It's just Phil's copium on full display for all to see. But yeah, if he's still got his pre-streams all saved as private, even though he doesn't really need them or use them anymore, then yeah, that could really explain, you know, why his YouTube metrics are saying one thing and Social Blade is saying another. So yeah, that probably explains a lot now I think about it. Have we got detailed stats for, oh yeah, the 17,000 views. Shout out to the copyright strikes and Phil mass deleting a bunch of videos to try and protect his ass. So there you go. 17,256 views. Thanos snapped. Just like that. Anyway, let's get back to some bingo.
YouTube counts it. All those views count for the channel. The likes count for the channel. It all counts. It's all engagement and it helps your channel. Absolutely. Okay. Expand on, we're going to see what happens. All right? We're going to see what happens with the Capcom collection. I want to keep playing old school Street Fighter, but it may not be viable. We'll find out. All right? Okay. Now I got to turn on my air conditioner now because it just got pretty warm in here. It's over 80 degrees, so I'm going to turn it on now. All right, guys, I covered everything. As much as I'd like to do Q&A, I feel like we should jump into Splatoon before we get too ahead of ourselves. So thank you for watching this episode of the Level 1 Podcast, a jam-packed podcast. So a couple things. Number one, please start thinking about what you want to see me do in the special React event on Saturday, October 1st, either from Frederick Knudsen or June the King. I'm open to suggestions. I can't wait to hear what you suggest you want to see me react to. Number two, please begin to highlight what you consider your favorite moments of my week by putting comments on the videos with timestamps. I'm going to review those over the week to see what you think is the best. And by the end of the week, I will always do a highlight of what I think is like the best moment of that week. Okay? Good stuff? All right, guys, thank you so very much for a great episode of the Level 1 Podcast. Until next time.
Well, shit. By the way, I'm playing. This is the live stream is still playing. I'm not paused or anything. Phil is just letting us run on a long time.
All right, let's swap over here quickly. Let's get the stream going. I'm not going to take a long break. I'm just going to take a quick leak before we jump into the multiplayer of Splatoon 3. We are very, very close to unlocking ranked. We're like maybe 2 victories away from unlocking the ranked play of the game. So it's not going to be a long wait, and I'm curious to see what the ranked play entails. And I hope you guys are ready for more multiplayer fun today. All right? I'm just going to take a very brief break. I'll be right back. I'll be like 2 minutes, so I'm just going to mute the stream. I'll be right back.
And of course I can fast forward just by spamming the right arrow button until Phil gets back. People are saying the meaningful curse. Well, in my defence, maybe if I can pause it and show you. In my defence, he said it a lot in the last couple of fucking days. He said it yesterday once. He said it on the 13th of September. Not yesterday, sorry, 13th. 13th of September, he said it once. The 12th, he said it twice. The 11th of September, he said it, what, fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. What happened to the thumbnail? Why is the thumbnail not showing? Okay, I don't know why the thumbnail's not showing, but there you go. He said it a whole bunch on the 12th. The 11th, the 10th, the 6th. But the last, so the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the last 4 days in a row, he said it a good bunch of fucking times. I thought it was safe to fucking include it again. My bad. I might eat it again. I might get rid of it again because it is damn cursed. But I'm keeping dude. Anyway, let's fast forward again and just catch up to fucking Phil getting his old gouty ass back in the room from his little pee break. Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go. Still playing bingo, guys, until I hit record for YouTube.
Jasper has snuck into the office. He was not supposed to be in here, and he just snuck himself in, so I gotta find a way to get him out. Jasper, you nut. You're not supposed to be in here. You wanted to make a special appearance with all of you guys here today. Jasper, what are you doing? Oh, there he goes. He ran down the hallway. What a nut. I went out there, he's jumping all over me. He's like looking at my legs and stuff. He's being silly. Okay. He is, he's a little rascal. He is. Okay. Let's see. Is my camera centered? It looks good, right? I'll make sure everything's good before we start. Expand Dong, I really don't know what to tell you. He says, I think it'd be a shame if you retire Splatoon without touching the story. It's like Call of Duty, we prefer the story over multiplayer. Having played it, I think the campaign is a good 4-night streams. Expand Dong, are you not noticing that really this game is not catching on, even in the Americas at all? If you have not noticed that, like, it's very Japanese-centric. And I'm not crapping on the game. I kind of like it. It's growing on me every time I play it, but it's not a game that's getting a lot of attention here. And you're asking me to play it more. Gee, the game that when last time I played it, everyone in the chat talked about sports instead of the game, and you would like me to play it extra. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Right now, I got games people are demanding more of, Multiverses and Disney Dreamlight Valley, that I don't have enough to play. And you're like, oh, why don't you play the campaign at night? Because people have other games they want to see. You understand? Like, it just doesn't seem to me like this is a game that is doing it anymore. Maybe 8 years ago when it came out on Wii U, because it was a unique FPS game for Nintendo or whatever at that time, but I don't know, man. There you go, Michael Kane said, the last time we were playing this, I was sitting in the chat singing the Captain Planet theme song. So very exciting. So that's the ranked stuff. Yeah, look, Inkblot Art Academy, Wahoo World, Undertow Spillway, and Museum D'Alfonsino. We've never even seen those. So if I get the ranked unlocked, we'll be able to try new maps. All right. Okay. All right. Is there anyone else? What the hell? Oh, gyroscopic, I forgot. Is there anyone else who doesn't feel like those two Splatoon characters with the manta ray on the television, show or whatever, that they don't really appeal as much as the original two? Like, the original two felt like a bunch of trendy kids on MTV or something. Those two just feel like, I don't know, like forced weirdo characters. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. All right, you guys ready? I'm going to start recording. Here we go. Oh, never mind. Gamma, Timmy $1.50 says, did your mom really used to bathe you till you were 16 and comb your hair till you were 18? Yes. Absolutely. That happened, for sure, 100%. I was unable to bathe myself till I was 16 years old. Thank you for the tip. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, on that bizarre note, that is the end of damn bingo. That's a strange way to fucking end the bingo, but it is what it is. He didn't mention bills whatsoever, which is kind of strange, because he is like another week away from payday, and Phil should get paid before his next day off, because it is the 21st he gets paid, and his day off is on the 22nd, I think. So Phil shouldn't actually have to worry too much about that in between kind of thing. So, but yeah, I didn't mention bills, I didn't say meaningful, which is, to be honest, not a massive surprise, because whenever we have meaningful on the bingo card, Phil refuses to say it, which means I'm probably going to get rid of that again. Sorry about that, guys. I thought it was setting, because he said it a lot lately. As soon as we got rid of meaningful, he said it a whole lot. I was actually fucking annoyed, fucking not saying anything. Let me check live, Phil. Let me click on live and see what it is. $12. He has got $12 right now in tips for this game. So that'll probably just strengthen his notion that the game is not being well supported enough by his audience. But yeah, it is what it is. Fuck it, guys. I'm going to wrap things up there. So get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and here we go. So I'm going to end things how I always end things, guys. Thank you very much for joining me for some DSP Bingo. Sadly, it wasn't a full house today, but maybe tomorrow, who knows? Tomorrow being Friday and everything, it'd be good to, begin the weekend. Obviously, most people, we get to enjoy the weekend because we're normal people, for the most part, where the weekends are there to be enjoyed, Although some people have got to work the weekends as well, which is, can't be helped. But hopefully we can start the weekend with a good full house tomorrow, 25 out of 25. That'd be fucking grand if it happens. But for now, it's just, we're seeing out Thursday, where how we always see out these streams, Pixar animations, Notorious PIG contributions. Let me quickly check his channel before doing anything else. He has not got the video yet, okay. He is working on a brand new video, guys. As I said, if you check his community posting, he is working on a video which is related to this. Phil boxing. I'm really looking forward to this. Not sure exactly what it's going to be about, but it's a work in progress. It should be ready quite soon. Really looking forward to that. But for now, let's just enjoy one of his more classic works, Notorious P.I.G. contributions. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me. I do appreciate all your help, all your contributions as well that you gave to me. I certainly appreciate that. But yeah, have a good one, guys. I'll catch you all tomorrow first to join me for some more DSP Bingo. So until then, peace out, have a good one.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone.